just nothing. But you sure we got that clue? How bad this we go? Don't you know? No more art. And as I look to the horizon, not a cloud, but then stormy weather's go too cold. Seems like it crept up out of nowhere, all around you is not what to foretold. You never see it coming. You see that my mind is too fast for eyes. You're done, but the time it hit you, you're not surprised.
Muriel, now you made the eggs too runny. Make them again. And Muriel, hash browns and bacon, crispy bacon, and Canadian ham, and sausages, and a steak. And how about sewing my sock? Scratch my back, irrigate my ears, and my coffee's cold, and make it snappy, and bacon. Not too crispy, Muriel. Make that extra crispy bacon extra crispy. And corn fritters. Muriel! Floor's dirty. Block my hat. Socks, eggs, flapjacks, coffee, and bacon. Gotta boil needs lancing.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Dspnews, the unreliable ones. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newsroom. Oh yes. And welcome to the Goutopia News Network, your unreliable source for DSP News. No tagline. Yet, I'm here with a special guest, as well as our co-host.
I don't know how I feel about the Asian font.
It's not. It's culturally appropriate.
Sure.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a while since we've been in the booth. Been like super busy and whatnot, and kind of getting the setup back to where it was. Not really. It's not really working out. So that's just a whole bunch of stuff that we record. I've recorded most of it. I'm not done with all of it yet.
I kind of like the old picture with the dog.
Which is on the fucking machine, dude. The fucking where the hard drive got fucking messed up on. I'm working on it, man. Okay, you already know this. You're just being a jerk. Being such a jerk. Anyway, so yeah, very behind, missed out on a lot, but we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a twofer. As of the time that we're recording this, which is the 18th, Phil had his second retrospective stream, 10-year retrospective, which was a complete and total failure for multiple reasons, which we'll address. We will be here with Snort Burnell, one of our favorites. I hope all of you guys are doing well, as well as Snort Burnell and everybody else there. Dspgaming, the first video will be derailed pre-stream, which is whatever. Just give me money because I'm broke, even though I'm not broke, because I got $18,000 coming in like a couple days. Exactly. And then something that Asian GTG hasn't seen, but I certainly have seen it. The most infamous poorly cooking with the pig, which is
I don't know, bro. The last time I saw him cooking was you showing me that meatball sub or whatever.
Ugh, that burnt meat on bread, basically. That's
I don't know. Whatever he fed Panda, but
yeah,
I guess it's enough for her to leave.
Thank God the poor girl at least made it through it. No, this right here is important because there's all kinds of screw ups in this one that you'll get, and this, certainly when he pours the well, I don't want to ruin it for you. So first things first. I'm sorry if I'm kind of a bit skittish because it's been a while since I've done this. As it pertains to the 10-year retrospective, I'll give Asian GTG here basically the rundown. The first one he did was going back over old shit and basically trying to profit off of his past. This one takes a slight turn for the worst in the fact that he addressed... I mean, I figured this was going to come on along eventually, but he basically decided to address all of the memes that are out there on him. And that's basically what this whole thing was. That's why there was no gameplay in any of it. It's,
worse than what Phil already is?
Yeah. It shows that Phil was basically a piece of shit from the start, from the jump, to be honest. We got a whole lot of lore out of this though, and got a bunch of confirmation on a bunch of things. But really, it was the worst thing ever because he walked into it with an agenda, and because of that, he ended up exposing a bunch of shit that I'm sure he didn't want to expose. And now he looks like a much bigger piece of shit than he did before. Plus, he's a liar. Well, we already knew he was a liar, but now he's an even bigger liar. And now people in his fan base are questioning it because it's like, well, you said that was just a meme that the detractors came up with, or you said it was a lie, this, that, and the third, and now it's proof, or now there's proof on it. He showed it, which goes back to that whole thing that he said a while ago, which was the worst thing he could have ever said, where everything that is said about him, there's only a smidget of truth to everything that's said, which you never say that at all.
He's just outright admitting that they're probably right about what they're memeing you about.
Exactly. And not only that, I think one of the things that I took away from it, because as you know, I watched it from Tevin's perspective, praise be almighty, is one of the major problems that I think I took away from it is that he's still letting, not only does Tevin live in his head rent-free, so does the SOK still, even though he was gloating when they ended up getting disbanded, or they disbanded on their own. Secret Life still, well, he just goes by Secret now. He lives in his head rent-free. It's funny how the week before Phil said that none of the detractor memes bother him. None of that shit affects him. He doesn't care. And then he devoted 7+ hours, to basically debunking or trying to put everything into a positive perspective. It was kind of pathetic. It was kind of sad. To be honest, I was hoping that eventually he would smarten up and come to the realization that these retrospective streams could have been a... Don't give me that look. Could have been...
You're giving Phil way...
Oh, no. I'm not giving him any credit. I'm not giving any credit yet. No, not at all. I'm just putting a little bit of pan... I'm putting a little bit of pan on the pan before we throw the bacon in. Watch me work. I feel like he should have taken this opportunity to look at his faults and just accept them. Instead, he fat-shamed himself, which you're going to see. He basically fat-shamed himself. He completely shitted on his old self to justify why he is where he is now. Let me give you an example, and I'll make it brief. So Phil spent, like I said, the majority of the time of fat-shaming himself. Being like, oh, look how fucking fat my face was. Oh, I was eating all this garbage. Now look at me now. This, that, and the third.
Look at me now. You look this.
He looks kind of the same. He do. What?
It's more gout.
Yeah, exactly. Way more gout. In Phil's mind, in a very curious yet certainly delusional way, he looks at the world as, I was a failure before YouTube. And when I say that, I mean in life. He was a failure. Then he went into the FGC, found a little bit of success, and decided to shit on everybody else, which ended up getting him ostracized out of that, on top of the fact that he was stealing footage. Save that for another time. Then he goes to YouTube and was a success for a little while until he let it criticism, not even negativity per se, but let the criticism get to him. And he's been in a downslope ever since. So what he's essentially trying to do now is prove that he's better than what he was when he started 10 years ago. That's essentially the whole point of it.
Kind of like Sasuke.
You know what? Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? We have a podcast for that. Don't do that here. Don't do that here. Okay? You cheer for life. It's a pathetic type of delusion to where instead of just owning up to your mistakes, you would rather shame your previous self to try to give a better light to who you are now.
Look, bro, he would even put his parent under the bus if he had to.
I mean, depending on how desperate he is in April, he might actually just put them in the ground. Anyway,
yikes.
Anyway, it was stupid. It was very fucking stupid. I don't know. I might do a solo perspective on it, and I'll dig in a little deeper. But in any case, ladies and gentlemen, that's what is up for grabs right now. A couple of quick shout-outs to Agent Proper of the DIA and whatnot. I think episode 2 of the Gentleman's Club has come out, so please check that out. I will leave an annotation probably towards the end of the video, and I will also try to link it into one of the end cards. If not, I will have it in the description. I will have it in the description moving forward. I will actually probably try to link the playlist if I can, because we're at episode 2. So I hope you guys look forward to that. And congratulations to our newest intern, who is now not an intern, who is actually head of research and development. I guess Chief Mick. I guess that's what we call him. We were calling him Intern Mick at first, but he's now the chief of his own department. So there you go. So shouts out to Agent Proper and Chief Mick. Shouts out to everybody on Twitter. Shouts out to everybody on YouTube. Thanks for being patient. I know a lot of you guys are pretty pissed off that I've been gone for a while. My fault. Life has its shit.
Phil sent an assassin, sabotage a computer. Actually, no, he can't afford that.
He can't afford that. I mean, unless it was like the guys who like put his bed together, like, hey, go ahead and take care of this for me, and I'll give you a shout out. Oh, I never told you that, Lord.
No.
Yeah, we'll cover that.
That's one day.
One day. But anyway, thanks for being patient with us. Like I said, shouts out to all of y'all. Definitely shouts out to Speedy7, Carmel Spoon, Raven, anybody who's kind of hit me up on DMs, man. Just shouts out to all y'all. I hope you guys are doing well. Shouts out to Memology, Mighty D, obviously Snort, Burnell, Mr. Upstuffs, Almighty Tevin. Shouts out to everybody. I'm just kind of happy that I'm kind of sort of back in the saddle and everything's going well.
You know what you need to do though? You need to put some nice cake for the picture so the good people can have something to look at.
When we get back into position, I will, sir. Okay, don't push the situation. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dspnews, always late, never breaking, unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh yes, a GTG Network Productions. You guys all know the slogan. I don't smell no bacon cooking yet, and it's time to watch us work.
It's a lot of back grease.
Oh.
Now let's play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Indeed.
I'm looking at something really disgusting right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Snort Burnell, one of our favorites. Dspgaming, derailed pre-stream, the dawn, if you will, before the his retrospective 10-year retrospective, part 2. Here we go.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Alright, so first of all, Genetic Gamer did a 50-bit cheer. He says, thank you for letting me back to your community. It was your relatability and work ethic that made me want to come back. Would you offer your olive branch to other fans who left? Are there any people who are unforgivable? The bottom line is people have done various nasty things to me over the years. Alright, they just have. And I am not against, giving second chances. I'm not. It's just that some people are just so dishonest. I'll give you an example.
If you're willing to pay for it, of course, which that's been exposed. Oh, you don't know about that. So Phil has this very interesting thing behind the scenes that that we all joke about, but it is what it is. Where if you get blocked, if you get kind of banned from his chat, if you reach out to him through darksydephil@hotmail.com, you could pay a certain amount to get back in.
What is this? Is this the church?
It was almost like the church when they allowed you.
Will you pay to get your sins cleansed?
Yeah, and then you can go to heaven. It's kind of like that. It allows you to get into Gouty heaven. You are cleansed in Gouty absolution.
You go cleanse in the grease
or exoneration. Yeah. There you go. You get cleansed in the grease of our pagan savior, the Gout, the doubt, and snout. And that allows you to go in and whatnot and bask in the Gouty glory, the Valhalla of bacon grease.
But then it'd be kind of opposite of the church where they cleanse you of your sins, where this one you kind of bathe in the grease.
Hey man, you have to
come out with gout.
Hey man, didn't early Christians believe that you had to be dirty and blessed in sin to essentially reach heaven? and whatnot, like to reach like a higher state of mind and shit.
I guess.
I'm just saying.
I don't remember.
In any case,
oh man,
that's what it is. So allegedly, ladies and gentlemen, alleged, because we're a semi-credible news organization here. You could pay a fee and be let back in, as most of his moderators can probably attest to say the very least. Here we go.
Someone who literally tried to put something that was 100% detractor related on my stream in the guise of fan art.
FC to me $1 says, can I ever forgive Third Eye? He made your streams more enjoyable. You mean Third Eye, the guy who went outside of my streams to other streamers, tipped them, and said nasty things about me and or told them things that I did that I didn't do to get them to talk about me on their streams, basically to cause drama? You need Third Eye, who made a fucking Christmas overlay that was full of detractor memes in it, then lied to me and said that he didn't, when in reality he did? Like, why would I ever let that fucking guy back? The guy is a piece of crap. The guy literally was just trying to talk shit about me constantly in every way, shape, or form, and was hiding his intentions because he was a coward. So, no, he can't come back. Third Eye the Third to me $5 and asked, am I still mad at him? Dude, you're banned for a reason, because you're an asshole. You're a completely dishonest asshole trying to get fucking favor with the, you know, the #1 asshole out there, stealing content and making a living off of my coattails. And you think I'm not gonna fucking ban you? You're an ass.
Alright, let us cut in for just a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel compelled. I feel generous at the moment. So here at GTG Network Productions, we are going to start a Gout FundMe for Third Eye the Third. And we will pay for his penance. We will pay his tithes so he can make it back into the glory and slush into the greatness of that slightly warm but not exactly searing hot grease.
it's like lukewarm.
Okay, lukewarm. Lukewarm grease of DSP. We're going to do that. We're going to do that. So for 2 Goutopia tokens, you can help this wayward little pig, this wayward little piggy, get himself back to the pig pen that he once loved. You can help him have the money to go forward and bask himself back into the trough of slop, and let him take back in the glory which is DSP, the glory which is the Gout, the Doubt, and the Snout.
His master.
Exactly.
The head orc.
So please consider contributing to that. 2 Goutopia tokens is all it takes to help one little piggy make his way back home. Now, as it pertains to Third Eye the Third, if I remember correctly, has been doing that troll shit for a while. There's like a lot of fan art that he's been doing that shit in, and it's always been amusing. 2, who cares? Like, really, why does it even matter? Like, Phil, you try to start a fucking bullshit meme on Tevin that went nowhere. It lasted for a couple of days, and then people were like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
So you might as well go with it. It gives people something to laugh at. It gives people a reason to go to your streams. So you should just take that and move with it. Now, let's address the first one. I think it was Third Eye the Third after he got banned who went to Ninja and told him what DSP said. So what? It's true. He didn't lie. As in, for the second time, or for the second person, obviously it's Tevin's, because it's always Tevin's fault.
Yeah.
And so what? You might as well let him back in. You need him to go back in. Because if Third Eye, who's been around at least long enough to be in some of those conversations that Phil likes to have after streaming hours over, who knows what he's heard? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you might as well let him back. The same thing with Swaggins. You ain't let Swaggins think he was the man. He sat there and got uppity on the porch, got smacked the fuck down. You did that, Phil, not me. I'm just going off what you said.
All they gotta do is just, give him enough money, then they'll be...
Well, that leads into the next point. Allegedly, Swaggins ain't paid a huge amount of money behind the scenes to get himself back in position. Allegedly. So, I mean, what, can Third Eye not pay the toll? I mean, look at all the free fan art and shit he's giving you. Theoretically, he's already paid for all that.
It's not good enough.
I guess not.
It's never good enough.
Apparently.
For Big Phil.
And Phil, don't you still use some of his some of the overlays and some of the shit that Third Eye made you anyway?
Hey, Mario, you gotta stop harassing him like that, alright?
I'm not harassing him!
Alright, he gonna take a screenshot and send it to his lawyer.
He already tried! He can't afford the lawyer. He can't pay a retainer's fee. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, man.
What? He's barely able to afford the shed outside.
It's okay. He'll give them the grease from his couch.
Well, he better figure out what he's gonna do to get Cat to the Kentucky Derby, dog. Because if not, he's never gonna get out of debt.
Oh no, it's fine. Cat got Jim to take her.
Yeah, that's true. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Complete asshole.
Didn't reveal this is what they were doing. Then when they were called out for it afterward, lied and adamantly denied it, only to find out this person was going on other people's streams talking shit about me constantly publicly. So then they got banned, and now they keep trying to come back. I mean, how stupid can you be? I mean, not only did you permanently screw yourself, but what on earth makes you think that I'm going to believe that after you actively lied to me about it, that you're ever going to change? You know what I mean? But some people, you know, do stuff that maybe at the time they don't realize is bad, or maybe they did do something that's trollish, and then they continue to watch my stuff and like it, and like, man, you know, I kind of wish I didn't do that. You know, those people could get a second chance, and I'm okay. I'm always okay with that. I am. So, that being said, you know, it all depends on the situation. Very situational, very subjective. But I'm not a person who, like, on a whim will just permanently ban someone and then never consider letting someone back. You know what I mean? Like, maybe to just keep control of a stream. You know what I mean? I would temporarily, boom, ban. And then if someone people appeal to me all the time, their bans. And I usually consider all of them. And, you know, some people get a second chance and some people don't. It really depends on what they've done, you know? So, yeah. There's always consideration given for those who maybe have been moderated and want to come back. I will say this: doing it live on a stream is the worst possible way to do it.
I ban you for petty shit, but then, you know, if you pay me enough money, I'll give you a second chance.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. And he also kind of admitted that it is all about control. He wants to be in control of his stream at all times, and anybody who breaks rank basically gets screwed. Except for, what's that guy's name? Not Emerald 7, because he came in quick and quiet. King Tut. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you want to call what he did derailing. But then again, Phil was the one who was acting like a good hoe and saying, "Oh, I hope King Tut comes to the stream today and watch me play Street Fighter 5 because he likes watching me play Street Fighter 5." You're the one who put that out there. So how much derailing was he doing? You know what I'm saying? To be honest, like you got to choose, Phil. Like Low Tier God is, for example, Low Tier God is very honest about how his situation is. He starts the stream, $20 to activate the mic, or first donation activates the mic, $20 to activate the camera. Period. And then y'all motherfuckers better buy some shirts or some apparel or some shit at some given time.
What the fuck is this? Is this a cam girl?
Low Tier, have I not showed you it?
No.
I'll show you some Low Tier God shit. Like, that's how he do. That's how Low Tier God get down. And he's very upfront about that shit. So, Phil, you need to be the same way. You know what you need to do, Phil? Let me help your ass out, because I'm good at doing that, because you watch my videos. You know how this works. When you start the stream, right, hold up, well, you kind of already do this, but hold the pre-stream hostage. And what I mean by that is that you have to make sure you make a certain amount of money before the gameplay starts. So, for example, Phil, you have a $200 daily goal that you need to hit. You need to raise that shit up to $500, because you need $16,000, right? You need 16 grand by April, and you're not going to do it the way you're doing it. So allow a cute and cuddly pup in a shark suit help your ass out. Because Lord knows I didn't help cats' ass out last night. Anyway, this is what the situation is. You're going to set your goal to $500, and it's mandatory that you hit $100 before the pre-stream ends. If not, the pre-stream extends until you get that $100.
Hey, at least I was giving more time to finish that beer.
It's like, oh shit. So, pre-stream, $100, because it's an hour anyway. So you might as well.
Might as well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Get your $10 and whatnot, every sequence of events and whatnot leading up to that hour, and then we pound out. So, and then after that, go ahead and start the stream after that. So at least you're guaranteed $100 twice a day.
But then again, is the stream really worth it? Because I feel like his pre-stream and stream are basically the same shit.
Well, here's the next problem. He pretty much does that anyway, except for he doesn't have a set amount. He, like, in his head, he has an amount that he's waiting for before he starts the pre-stream. Let me give you an example. Like, at first, when I used to start watching Tevin re-streaming Phil used to wait until he had like 400 people on stream, and then he would start the stream, right? Now, he'll wait until, I don't know, I want to say it's like maybe $20, $25. Anybody who kind of knows what I'm talking about, you can leave a comment down below if you wish. I want to say he waits until he's at about $20, $25 before he starts the stream. Now. And he's known for drawing shit out. Like, he will literally have Pre-stream starts. He tells you, I've been editing a little bit so I can see what he goes through now. Starts the stream, or starts the pre-stream, goes through his agenda for the week, which is retarded. That you're gonna blast your whole week out like that. You don't leave any versatility. You're not having any openings for anything.
You're not leaving yourself any room to.
It's all right.
In case of anything else happening.
Well, it's all right. He's just gonna bitch later.
Yeah, that's true.
Then he goes into story time, which is just more of gout psychosis, and whatnot. And then goutcosis. There you go. He goes into that. Then he goes into the money, what I like to call money talks, or what I like to call the pig squealing, piggy bank squeal. Which is he talks about all his financial problems and how you guys need to help him. Goes into cheers, extends the cheers until he gets exactly how much he feels that he needs, and then he starts off. The second stream is the hidden pre-stream, the one that he doesn't record, is basically the same way, except for it's like 40 minutes shorter. Basically. And which is another little thing that you do, Phil, that's really, really interesting. And if it wasn't for there's a couple of people who restream your streams. There's one I've been watching a lot lately. I think he goes by like Dark Dave, I think, on YouTube. I've been watching his restreams. I watch LSB every once in a while. Speaking of which, shouts out to LSB and Rocky. Like, I'm really happy that Rocky's okay, because it looked kind of scary there for a minute. But Rocky's a champ, and he lived up to his namesake, so I'm glad he's all right. Yeah, Dark Dave, who does restreams of Phil stuff sometimes. If you go there to watch his second streams, Phil is a complete and total nut. Like, he acts like a complete and total uncivilized slob.
More than he is.
More than he is. And on the pre-stream, on his second pre-stream yesterday, on the 17th, I don't know if someone has it recorded and it's in a video form yet, but Phil sounded like he was choking he sounded like he was going to die. He sounded terrible. So either he's really sick again.
Is there a lot of piggy noise?
It was bad. Like, it was really, really bad. And another thing I was reading up recently is that all that gagging and coughing and shit, some of that shit could be like early signs of like throat cancer. Yeah. And since Phil don't like going to the doctor because, I don't know, the piggy's afraid of getting poked or whatever, he may really want to look into that. So if any of you guys who are a Phil supporter, you may want to talk to him about that shit.
How did Kat feel about that?
I mean, she gets his ass to sign the deed to her and then end the story. Yeah. So once mommy and daddy's out the picture, there's no one else to give it to anyway, except for the cousin.
Just gotta get that lawyer.
So, there you go. But let's continue. TSP does.
Because I'm not going to drop everything I'm doing on a live stream to review someone's case. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do that. But I would say, in regards to if you have been moderated on the stream and you want to try to come back or whatever, you can email me at darksydephil@hotmail.com. You can try tweeting me, although tweeting me isn't as effective because I get a ton of tweets a day and I'll probably miss it. You can contact one of the mods. Alright? A lot of times the mods get contacted and they ask me and then I'll review the logs to see what happened with this particular person. Okay? So, it's not, don't think that, oh my god, that's it, I've been banned, it's over. It's not, that's not the case. Very much that's not the case, alright?
So Third Eye the Third tipped me $1. Says, I'm glad you're doing this event again. I love the first one. Why don't you call this event Going Back in Time? You could use that song for pre-stream as a theme. Maybe eventually I will. I just like calling it a retrospective event because that's exactly what it is. Listen to this. Lean in.
Alright, let me hop in for just a second. So, as it pertains to Swaggins, sure, Swaggins can unban you. He can be good for that. Especially for the amount of money that Swaggins has paid into his mod chip. That's the least he can do. The back in time reference though was actually pretty fucking hilarious, to be honest with you. And Phil acting like he doesn't know what it is.
He knows what it
is. Is kind of funny, to say the very least. But another thing that made me think about it is if Third Eye, with healthy donations from the what's it called again? The Gout Me Tons fund for him. If he keeps cheering like that every couple of days a week, he can slowly get himself back in a position where Phil might unban him.
Get back into the grace of the god, the pig god.
Yeah, exactly. The greasy grace of the piggy god. He could work himself back in a position if he gives it some time. So on Third Eye the Third's part, patience is a virtue, my dude. So I wish you the best of luck on that. Phil's gonna go for it.
Yeah. Manual ban tipped me $1. Obviously a detractor meme, and I'm not gonna address what they're saying because they're jerk. So there you go. Well, I think I'm toxic now. Alright, Third Eye took me another $5. It says, who has a higher chance of being unbanned, Tevin or me? I mean, come on, I don't screw with your business. I just got carried away with memes. I'm a nice guy, truly, honestly. Wrong. That's not what you did. Not only did you try to get detractor memes all over my stream, when I asked you about it, you lied to my face and said that wasn't the case repeatedly. Then you went on other streams and insulted me. You didn't just try to get a meme on my stream. You are a dishonest dickhead. Why am I toxic? More toxic, more toxic. And you will not be back on my streams. So, tough titties. But thanks for the tip. So we're up to $22 in tips now. Great. Fred Flintstone cheers his free Third Eye.
Now, in truth, like I said just a minute ago, Third Eye has a better chance of getting back on. Phil may have, allegedly, had Tevin deplatformed. So he might have been the reason that Tevin got kicked off Twitch. So let's be honest, Third Eye has a much better chance of getting in. But then again, and I wanted to point this out later on, but I'll do it now. If you guys have been keeping up with what Streamers Reloaded, it's a really great channel. I'll leave the link down in the description. If I remember to, I'll link their most recent episode. He has had a couple of stories come up where people who have been banned off the channel have been offered partnership even before being unbanned off the platform. So it's possible that one day that it was Tevin, I think it was Bill Burnell, and I think they call me Tex. I think those are the three guys who ended up getting knocked off, possibly because of Phil, but we don't know for sure yet. It's very possible all those guys could be asked to come back. I don't know if they'll be given partnership, but at least, what's the other shit? What's right below it? It's like being an affiliate?
I think so.
Yeah, they might offer them that at some point. So there's always hope for that.
Yeah.
It's nothing to hang your hat on. But could be
just
something.
Phil, man. It's just Phil.
But how salty of an individual do you have to be to not get one person deplatformed, but three? That's ridiculous.
Nothing wrong and everything correct. That is a blatant lie. And
have like a set limit for
allegedly
for his tip.
His tip goal?
Yeah.
$200.
No, I mean like for each tip, like is it like $5 or is it $1 each?
I think it's $1. I think it might be $1. I know with cheers, I think the minimum has to be like 50 cents or 50 cheers, whatever that is. Because one cheer is a penny, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, so I think the minimum is like 50 cheers. Wow. All this for 50 cents that he won't see in 2 goddamn months. Really, Phil? How many times didn't I tell you last year that you need to raise that shit to $1? Make it worth your while, my dude.
Hey, yo, someone could troll him so hard with that.
They do. Off 50 cents. And then if you can really get Phil's goat, horse, whatever. If you can really get Phil's goat, he'll we're not talking about that. You can actually get Phil, if you can get Phil riled up enough, he'll answer your questions without even you cheering. He does that every once in a while too. He loves doing that shit.
It's easy to ban him.
It is. It's easy to manipulate him, which is so sad, to be honest with you. Have a little bit of pride.
Nah, he's a piggy. Fuck that.
Wow. P and P don't go together?
No.
but yeah, that's bullshit. Anyway, Save the Pig the Game did a 600-bit cheer and said, "Get all these trolls out of here, Phil. Just get them out of here." I think that's a Wings meme or something. I don't know. People constantly do Wings of Redemption memes on my stream. I never understand them. Never. Because I don't watch his stuff. I'm not affiliated with him. I don't know anything about him. Fuck you. You're a liar. So, why?
Now, as Snort Burnell has already pointed out, that is a blatant lie. Because Phil himself has said that him and Wings have a crossover fan base, which they do, and whatnot. And you could say crossover haters too. So he knows exactly what the situation is. What makes that even funnier is that's not Wings. That's Tevin.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Tevin meme, not a Wings meme. Wings has the Wendy's chili, the Pepsi, the new Mustang now, and then the Photoshop shit that I sent you like yesterday or the day before. So that's what Wings memes are. Not get him out of here. But Phil will do anything to take. It's funny how he only wants to give Tevin attention when it benefits him, but outside of that, he doesn't want to mention him.
Nah.
Which is kind of hilarious. Because that Halloween thing did not work out, Phil. That was a very, very big miscalculation.
Oh, Phil.
So, let's continue.
They do those in here, I have no effing clue, but they do them all the time, so.
Alright, Android Cheer, he says, just a quick tip. Comcast will not turn off your internet or anything until it's 30 days past due. Well, that's good to know. That's definitely good to know. So hopefully, even if this payment bounces, which it very well might, I'll be able to pay it once the Twitch payment comes through. But obviously, the real goal here would be to raise enough funds to pay everything and not have it bounce. Because the bottom line is, all these freaking bounce fees are ridiculous. And they're adding up to hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I don't have. So hopefully, you know, today will be a good day. Maybe I'll be able to raise some funds, pay some of this stuff, you know. We'll see how it goes. And hopefully, the Twitch payment comes through on time and everything goes according to plan there as well. So.
What I'm hoping for is the best. I'm hoping that we'll have some generous parties who will step up and contribute and help.
Okay. Julian Gaming tipped me $1 and said, hope every little bit helps. Have you considered becoming an Amazon partner? You could put your streaming setup in your description and put affiliate links on your channel. I'm not sure what you mean by Amazon.
All right, let me jump in real fast before we get into the affiliate thing. So, as it pertains to him incurring all of these overdraft fees and so on and so forth, this idiot knew he had bills coming through that haven't gone through yet. You decided to take You decided to take Cat out for a nice dinner instead of making something at home.
You didn't want him to make anything at home.
No, you probably don't. Put all that shit on a credit card when you probably could have used that same credit card to pay the very bills that are coming in that are causing you overdrafts.
Or you can just get a job.
Even then. Well, yeah, you could have just gotten a job. So you're sitting here incurring more fees when you could put that shit on credit cards, which you said that you have available. You could have done that. Instead, you want to go ahead and let the bank take the hit, which meaning that they cover the actual charge. But you're going to take the hit too, reoccurring all these late fees and shit, or all these overdrafts. And you thought that was a smart idea?
Hey,
what?
Man, it's okay. As long as he got, you know, a generous donator stepping up.
And they're not stepping up. So, and here's another thing. How is it that you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars every single day when, one, you could have actually called these respected companies and tell them to delay the charge on you until you get paid on the 15th, which is what he was waiting for.
Yeah.
B, you probably should have, to be perfectly honest with you, just taken the hit on the credit card.
Yeah.
Because then he can just send another credit card payment the moment he gets paid. And here's another thing that makes literally no sense, but this is kind of like piggy logic.
Hey, bro, he got to rely on that piggy money.
The piggy money wasn't coming in.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't convincing people to give him enough to cover those fees. So what were you actually doing with all the money that you were gaining every day? Through tips, specifically. What are you doing with that? Where's all that going? Because if it's not paying down your balances, then what are you using it for? And more importantly, Phil, you're not this... I know you're not this stupid. I mean, this lie is so dumb. No, trust me. This lie is so stupid that there's no way that this idiot's going to sit there and say, I'm gaining overdrafts day after day after day because I have all these bills coming due. And he has no money to cover some of that shit. That just doesn't sound right. It really don't. Like, after a while, the bank's going to call and be like, dude, we're going to just stop. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You think he make Cats help him out with the bill?
She does, actually. Thank you. Kat does help him out with the bills. She gives out, allegedly, according to Phil, she gives like the majority of her paycheck to him. So you're telling me that Kat ain't got no bread to make this shit happen? It don't sound right. It really don't. And you're still asking mommy and daddy for money because they're still alive. So you're still asking them for money too, Phil. So what's the problem with that? Come on, dude. Like, this shit's getting egregious at this point.
Hey, man, he doesn't want to pay that bill. Really bad.
Oh, let's continue. I'm just mad. I mean, people have already picked that apart, but I just want to give my 2 cents on it.
Partner. What I can tell you is a long time ago, I was part of the Amazon Partner Program, and the way it worked was you would put links to, like, oh, here's the affiliate link, click on this and go buy stuff through Amazon, and I get, like, I'll get, like, money for it. But, basically, Amazon kept contacting me and saying that doing it the way I was doing it was a violation of their rules. Basically, they said if I ever mention that I'm part of the program, it's a violation. Because if I mention I'm part of the Amazon affiliate program, it's basically convincing people to go buy stuff through my link even though they normally would not buy stuff or something. It was really weird. They just kept sending me the stupidest things like, oh, having this on your webpage is a violation. Having this on the description of your YouTube video is a violation. Even mentioning Amazon affiliate in a video is a violation. To the point where I was like, I've had enough. Like, I couldn't even take it. It drove me nuts. I was like, how am I ever going to fucking, how am I ever gonna let people know that this exists and tell them to use it if you fucking tell me I can't mention it? Just think about that. That'd be like, I'm trying to tell you, I'm selling a new product, right, guys? But I can't ever mention it. So how would you know it exists? That's what it was. It was kind of like, don't ever talk about it, because if you ever talk about it, you violated our policies. So I think this was years and years ago, by the way. This is probably like, I'd say, like 2015, 2016. I got rid of it. I said, I can't do it anymore. And I just totally I got rid of the whole thing because it was just dumb. So, see, the thing is, guys, and you see some people in the stream chat are like, but I know this guy who mentions it all the time. Yeah, you want to know why? Because here's the thing. Some people can mention it a million times and don't get in trouble for it, okay? And the reason that they don't is because no one reports them. Me, I get mass reported for things I don't fucking do.
Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better.
So can you imagine the amount of reports that go in for things that I do? So I mentioned the Amazon affiliate link. Immediately, they probably received 400 reports that Phil mentioned Amazon affiliate, and then Amazon says, oh, you violated our policy. You see what I mean? So sadly, I hate to say it, I cannot have the same nice things that other people have, because people fuck with me all the time. You know, it's bullshit, but it is what it is. So it sucks. And I tried the Amazon affiliate years ago. By the way, I should mention this. I never really made big money on it ever. It was maybe a few bucks here or there. People, I swear, there'd be people who would spend hundreds of dollars on Amazon, and I'd get like $2. So it was never some giant thing. What it was meant to be was like, if you have a large viewer base, I guess, and they all are buying stuff through it, maybe then you could get some regular income. It never amounted to anything for me. So it wasn't like a big deal when I said enough of this, you know. Genetic Gamer cheered again. Says, FYI,
okay, let's step in on that for a minute. So, I don't know about you, and I'm sure you have some input on this, but as it pertains to some of the people that I've seen with Amazon affiliates who have had it for years, by the way, they've never had Phil's problems.
No.
At all.
Like, they'll mention it, and, like, they're fine with it. So, I don't know what you did wrong.
He had to have spammed some shit behind the scenes, or he had, like, Panda buying a bunch of shit ruthlessly through that shit to get him money. You know, that's what Phil is. He's a scumbag. So, I don't know. I mean, I do know, like, I remember Tevin, I should say, mentioning some type of lore about, like, a bunch of people were trolling and buying diapers through his affiliate link.
That's funny.
Or whatever the case may be. Secondly, Phil, it's not meant to be something you eat off.
No.
It's supposed to be something that kind of brings you some extra money and whatnot, which is cool. You know, a little bit of extra income is great.
It's just extra bread.
Yeah.
You still gotta
go out there and get your own butter. Like, fucking, hey, man, like, it's not like YouTube streaming, affiliate link, Teespring. You're not eating off Teespring, so you're definitely not going to eat off Amazon. So, there's that. 3, the reason why you can't have nice things, Phil, is because you don't appreciate shit.
You don't know how to take care of your nice things.
You really don't. Like, you can barely take care of yourself, let alone actually handle business properly. So why don't this whole poor is me, oh, I can't have nice things because everybody hates me. Well, why do those people hate you? What brought it down to that? And that's if they even hate you. You know what I'm saying? Who put you there? Who put you in that position?
I mean, you know, he already lost one nice thing. Well, probably a lot. But...
He's lost a lot of nice things. He ain't lost. Here, let's run through some of the nice things you ain't lost, Phil. Let's go ahead and do that since I'm feeling like an asshole now.
Wow.
So, 1, you haven't seen your mom and dad. You haven't lost them yet. You're not ready to close that chapter on them
because
yet.
He still gotta wait for them to pay for him to fly over there.
But still, he's literally waiting for mommy and dad to croak. Like, you kind of lost something there. Like, there's a human decency aspect that's missing from that equation.
Hey man, he's still gotta wait. All right, they haven't paid yet.
I mean, I'm sure they're still sending him a monthly stipend of some sort.
It's okay.
Wow.
It's okay.
You ain't lost one girlfriend to the better man, obviously. You ain't lost 2 people who probably gave a damn about you more than anybody, being John and Howard to some degree. You ain't lost a brotherhood with all them dudes from Connecticut, because I doubt a few of them will fuck with you. Except for this new guy. He's not new. He's been around, actually. What is this guy's name? Is it... Shit, he was over there. He's been over there streaming with Phil like the last couple Sundays. I can't think of what his name is right now, to be honest. No disrespect to him, but I can't think of his name. It'll come back to me eventually. But you got that guy who's like the last remnants of that brotherhood over there because he's linked to John and Howard. Mm. So you're kind of buddying up to him. I'm not sure if you're using him to try to get back with John, whatever the case may be. I don't mean for it to sound the way it is. But you ain't lost good friends over there in Connecticut. You ain't moved yourself over here to Seattle. You don't even know your neighbors. You have to email them because you're too scared to talk to them.
What?
Yeah, he has to email them.
The hell?
Your core fan base. You don't, because the people that are watching you now, Phil, are not your core fan base. They're the outliers. They're just the guys who are either hate watchers or who love trolling on like some Wings of Redemption type levels of shit. There's very few people left that actually give a fuck about you, Phil, and you're seeing that on a day-to-day basis. You've lost everything. You lost the protection of Machinima and that managed partnership, which, despite what you say now, Phil, even if they were not paying you as much as Curse was, all of your videos were still able to make money. And in the long term,
they were giving you traffic. Yeah,
and they were bringing you traffic. You were making more money with them in the long term than you were with Curse in the short, but you're too stupid to know that. You've lost quite a bit. You've lost more than what most people on YouTube or on the internet has gained. And every day you're fighting for what little bit is left, and there's really nothing there.
You've been on YouTube for 10 years.
10 years. And you've failed miserably. So trust me, you've lost quite a bit. I don't know why you're acting like that's not the case. You've lost a lot. And most of that, if not all of it, was of your own doing in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So, let's continue. Oh, Brian. That's the guy's name.
Oh.
The dude that's game with him. This dude named Brian. And when he's actually Sunday's stream, I heard was complete and total shit. And Brian and Kekken, who's the other guy they play with, they were trying to salvage it, but Phil was just fucking up.
Oh, I hope them good luck.
Honestly, actually, matter of fact, real quick, yo, Brian or Kekken, you guys, even though we're on opposite sides of all this bullshit or whatever the case may be, dude, there ain't no hate over here or nothing. You two are a really good 1-2 punch. You don't need Phil.
Nah.
Like, you guys should just stream together and just get a third person in there, and I think you guys would be straight.
Yeah.
Because you guys have good chemistry. There's good camaraderie between you guys. You both seem like decent dudes, or definitely as Brian does. I don't really watch Kekken streams like that unless Tevin restreams them. You guys just need another third person. You guys be straight. You don't need Phil, and so you guys might just want to consider that. But that's my personal opinion.
Phil is just a fill-in. All right.
He's really just using them because like they've been asking for Brian and Kekken all week, and Phil's salty about that shit. But he knows he needs Brian now.
Yeah.
And then the joke was going around that, oh, Brian's the new John Rambo. And that cuts deep.
Damn.
That cuts deep.
Got me salty.
Motherfuckers are salty about
that bacon's...
It's sizzling now.
Yeah.
Y'all smell it? It's sizzling now.
Yeah.
It's sizzling. So that's my advice to those guys. Hopefully, either which way, they'll make it work. Let's continue.
These trolls make a bunch of accounts and get banned from his channel and come here to be negative and get banned too. I don't know why they do it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't understand these memes that they come in and they repeat stuff that I don't even understand. I could see if like, oh, we're doing it and we're really getting Phil's goat when we do this because I don't even know what the hell they're talking about. Like, I don't even understand this is a distractor meme or something. So, I don't know. I think they just get their jollies because, like you said, they can't do it in his chat because they get banned. So they figured that it's cool to go to someone else's chat and do it, even though I don't understand it. So, I don't know. I received a $1 tip from Associate PhD in Business. I don't even think that exists. I never heard of an Associate's PhD in Business.
Alright, so, sorry, we were actually having a conversation just a second ago, and we'll give you the cliff notes of it. One, as it pertains to memes, who says that you have to understand the meme about you?
A lot of meme out here just straight up stupid. You don't have to understand it.
It's there.
It's there.
And just roll with it.
Just appreciate it for what it is.
Exactly. Appreciate someone gave a damn to go ahead and clown about you and other people are going with it.
Yeah.
You don't have to... no one says that a meme has to be made that people have to understand so they can use it. That sounds stupid. You know what I'm saying? Or who it's about, I should say. That sounds really, really dumb. So, Phil, you have to understand... Do you understand, Phil, every joke that's told to you?
I don't think he can take a joke, though. So.
He can't take a joke. He obviously can't tell one. Shouts out to G Money. He made a video about that. Yeah, Phil,
It hurt me, man. It hurt me.
I don't give a damn.
It hurt the pig.
I don't give a damn.
That pig.
We're about
that pig is hurt.
Hey, man, we're making chili powder and sriracha bacon strips in a minute, so we're not even worried about it. Okay? It's going to be a spicy, spicy, spicy piece of bacon.
I don't know. It seemed a little salty, too.
Drink some water.
And thanks for the marathons. This is some kind of a meme. I'm not even reading it. Thank you for the $1 tip. Just a gamer John tipped me $1 and said I had an idea. Why don't you do a stream with good childhood stories? Like when people in school called you Go to Hell Burnell. Huh? I don't even know what that means. Like, I have told many stories over the years on Ask the King, you know. I don't even know how I would do a stream like that. Like, I used to do a segment on a segment on my podcast called Back in the Day, where I would kind of tell these kind of stories. You know, and that was a lot of people's favorite segment of the podcast. But I don't know how I would do. I don't even know what you're talking about. All right. Android, thank you for the cheer, but I'm not going to address personal stuff like that on this stream. It has nothing to do with this fucking stream, man. Android, it's this simple. Why are you reading stupid shit from kids on Twitter? That's the real question I have for you. If you're just sitting on Twitter reading all the nonsense these idiots say about me, you know what I mean? You're doing it wrong. What you should be doing is just...
All right, so that's actually pretty interesting. I'm gonna have to do a broadcast directly addressing it. But as for a positive story about his childhood, like Asian GTG said, he doesn't really have one. Second thing is, if you guys want a story, when I was younger, I walked into a toy store with my mom and dad, and I saw this action figure, and it was a Wolverine action figure, and I told them, guys, get this for my birthday now, okay? I really want that figure. We've only went to one store where we saw it, because it's the first time I've seen it, so the assumption that any other store would be carrying it, it doesn't work that way in the providence of Goutopia, which is what it was back in those days. So buy this figure for me now at this one place where I first saw it. Don't think about looking around and see if anybody else carries it. And then hide it for my birthday, and then when my birthday comes, I'll have it. And they didn't buy it. And so time went on, my birthday came around, they got me some decent gifts or even some nice gifts, but I went ahead and smacked all that shit around and be like, where the fuck is my action figure?
I became bitter.
And then I
became spoiled bacon.
The gout grease started to form in my little gut, and I came to the realization that you guys are fucking stupid because you won't get me my fucking action figure. The fuck is wrong with you?
So now y'all gotta pay for me.
And so now for the next 20 years, I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna hold on to that little pocket of gouty grease in my gut where that Wolverine action figure was supposed to be. Despite the fact that I ended up getting the action figure the next year, but I didn't give a shit then. I had moved on to other stuff.
I don't want it anymore.
Exactly. And no, and for any of you out there in the comment section, no, they had the money to buy it. They were just fucking stupid. How you like that story? Was it great? I hope you liked it.
I feel like he secretly keep that figurine somewhere.
Oh, he does.
In his cave.
He do. He wants. And he looks at it.
Every day he look at him like, fuck you.
It's the source of his. It's the source of his hate. It's the source of his anger, bro.
Sound like in the. Never mind.
This is.
I'm not saying it.
It's the source of his anger, and there you go on that.
Hatred. I'm an Avenger.
I told you don't bring the Sasuke memes here, dude.
Streams and having fun, and stop paying attention to their fucking bullshit.
Oh, my bad. So here's the last part. So the whole gamer PC thing. So Phil allegedly, it might have been trolling, but Phil behind the scenes had an email correspondence with some PC builder company that wanted to sponsor him, and Phil was like, okay, but like I can't go public with it because like they'll end up fucking it up for me. And the cliff notes are basically like, no big deal. You know, we'll still work something out with the deal or whatever. Now, obviously, it was trollish. It was all troll. But the fact that Phil, yet again, behind the scenes, was caught for at least the third confirmed time, trying to pull shit off, trying to get extra money through a sponsorship, and not telling his fan base.
Just be honest about it. Be like, hey, man.
He can't.
I got the sponsorship, so please don't fuck it up for me.
Well, not just that, but he doesn't want to. He needs the money to keep coming in. Keep in mind, now, here's the thing, my dude, because, like, you got to understand that Phil does not give a shit about his fan base. He doesn't respect people who give him money.
Oh, no, they're just, you know...
Yeah.
They're just his piggy banks.
Yeah, they're just his piggy banks. So he doesn't have any respect for them. So why divulge information about another way he's getting money if you don't respect them? That sounds stupid. It's the piggy way, man.
Yeah.
That's what those broke Jedi mind tricks teach you. Here we go.
Literally pull out of their fucking ass on a daily basis, you know, to try to say negative shit about me, and, you know, just stop. Stop reading it, stop paying attention to it. Because the thing is, Android, you come in and address that stuff, and then I read it in your cheers and stuff, and it gives it attention, and that's what they want. So by you addressing it on my streams, you actually are giving them the attention they want. So please stop, okay? Stop bringing up personal shit and stuff like that. It's not going to help anything. It just makes it worse. Fair enough? Android cheer again says, but they respond to all of us when we message you on Twitter. It's nonstop. Yeah, it's called block them. It's funny because people will message me on Twitter, and I'll respond, and that's all I see. And then later on, they'll contact me and be like, Phil, did you realize, you know, I got harassed by them? I'm like, I'm not surprised. I didn't see it. Those people have been blocked for years from me. Like, I don't pay attention to their stupid shit. It's just a bunch of dumb fucks. Brainless twits. Idiots. Mouth droolers. They jump on anything to try to make drama because they think it's funny to try to drag down others, and they're miserable with their own fucking lives.
The salty tears. Oh, you're gonna get salt, 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 salt. And even now, again, my mouth overpowered with salt flavor.
That's why they do it. Anyone who had a real life, right, that they actually enjoyed, wouldn't do the shit that these people do on Twitter or anywhere. So, the bottom line is, ignore it. Block those fuckers immediately. Don't give them a lick of time. You're gonna, you get harassed because you had an interaction with me? Block those fucks. You'll miss nothing at all. Seriously, you'll miss nothing at all. Yes, Android, yes. Block them. He cheered again. He said, I trust what you say, I will block them. Yeah, block them. Just think about this, how stupid it is. I post up something on my Twitter, someone has a positive reaction to something. Oh, let me immediately spam that person with filth. So why would you even listen to what they're saying?
Yeah, see, just go to Inferno and I'll tip me $1. He says, my most favorite moment, burn in hell, Burnell, and now I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity. Can't change who you are, I guess. I don't remember that one, Discount Inferno, but I'm sure that...
Of course you do, Phil. You saw that in the Snort Burnell video last night. We all know you watch him at night, so, you know what I mean?
No, that's Cat. She's turned on her computer and watch him.
Maybe. She's watching on mobile.
Over her shoulder.
She's watching on mobile, dude, because Phil can't track that.
That's true, yeah.
Now, as it pertains to the detractors and blocking them and this, that, and the third, Phil, let's be honest. And for anybody out there who's a detractor or watches this shit or whatever the case may be, we all know Phil has feelers out here. We've known that since that whole video takedown shit he tried to pull at the beginning of 2018 into 2017 during that escort saga shit, or at the end of it. So, like, let's be honest, Phil. We all know you have fillers. We all know you've been paying attention to the shit because every once in a while you let it slip in a pre-stream or through a playthrough. So let's not act that that's not a big deal. Now, Asian GTG brought up a very good point that if it doesn't bother you, why can't you just ignore it?
Yeah. Take your own advice.
Exactly. Just don't worry.
Just ignore it.
Like you don't have a problem with ignoring cheers that are sent your way. Just don't acknowledge it and keep it moving. But you can't do that though because your pride's too big. I don't know how that works, but your pride is too big, so you have to acknowledge it. You have to have your little say so. And then it's funny because didn't you say, last year that if these guys would just give me a break, if they would just let me relax and shit, you know what I'm saying? How are you going to ask for basic leniency? You want to ask for leniency. You don't want it to stop because then you're going to lose what makes you worthwhile.
Yeah.
But you want it to chill, and then you want to sit there and throw all these insults and everything afterwards. That's just going to make people more motivated. You've never figured that out.
He don't know how to negotiate.
He doesn't know how to do much of anything. Which, obviously that business degree really came in handy for him.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to take what comes with it. It is what... After X amount of years, you should be used to this right now. This should just be part of the routine.
No, but he just never toughened up. He never learned hockeys.
No, he never really learned how to master a hockey at all. Which is funny, too, because if I caught as much hate as you did, Phil, I would have figured out a way to weaponize that shit and make it profitable.
Yeah.
Really profitable. Not what you're doing now, because theoretically you are profiting because people feel bad for you. But I mean make real money.
Pity money.
Like pity money. Like at one time, Phil was in position to be one of the most influential... This is going to sound weird saying this. He had an opportunity where he could have been at least one of the forefronts of... I won't say influential, but one of the front runners of Let's Plays on YouTube. He could have been that dude. Could have had all these companies flocking to him to play their game for a week, get paid thousands of dollars,
he could,
and then move the fuck on.
If he was entertaining enough.
If he was entertaining enough. But you didn't want to do that, Phil. You wanted to be, I'm the realest guy on YouTube. Oh, I don't take corporate money. I want your monies, though. I want all of your monies. I don't want the corporation money, because I don't want to...
Come now, little children.
I want to...
Give me all your money.
Exactly. I want to act like I'm still not selling out. And you fucked yourself.
But in the end, you are selling out.
Exactly, but he doesn't look at it this way. But now look at you. Now you're in a position, even now, to be the most hated dude on YouTube and profit from it.
Yeah.
And you won't do anything about it because you don't know how.
But now the time on YouTube are changing. The people, the demographic have changed, and you're still doing the same shit.
It's all he can do. It's all he knows how to do. I think he's scared to try something new because he's scared he's gonna fail at it.
You haven't adapted with the time.
He can't spell that, let alone do it.
Unfortunately.
Let's continue.
That's one that's from something. Sounds like a vlog or something, right? I don't know. Burn in hell, Burnell. And now I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity because of it. can't change who you are, I guess. Hell is a place where it's very hot. There's, you know, it's torturous conditions, fire, hail, brimstone. You know, your body is being ripped apart by demons who are shoving red hot pokers up your rectum. Not a nice place. Okay. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.
This is how to play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
They don't. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the main event. This right here is the main course, if you will. We're here yet again with Snort Burnell, one of our favorites, Dspgaming, the most infamous poorly cooking with the pig.
The full course.
Oh boy! All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys brought your appetite. This is gonna be.
You're gonna lose it afterward.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. Here we go.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
Without further ado, the very first thing we're going to watch today on the special retrospective event, Poorly Cooking with the King, Episode 1. Let's do it. What's up, everyone? It's DSP, and this is an unprecedented moment. I'm actually doing something that some people have asked for, probably just joking around, but I find myself doing it. It is the morning of the release of the Mass Effect 2 DLC, The Shadow Broker, as well as the new game Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. I am in turbo mode because, if you can see over there on my TV, the DLC for Mass Effect 2 is downloading. It just became available at 7 a.m. On the East Coast of the United States. I'm downloading it, and I am fucking starving. I was up all night playing a couple other games, and I am starving, so I got everything going here. So, I can tell you, just from the get-go, before we even start, I can tell you, back in the day, I had a very, very bad lifestyle, alright? And this is the truth. I would game sometimes when there was a new release, from the moment the game came out, for like 12, 13, 14 hours straight, then take a break, then go back to it. Some days I wouldn't sleep. Some days, I'm not even kidding, like, you guys remember some of my old videos, I'd be drunk, right? I'd be drinking at night to play the games. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna whip up a couple... Okay,
ladies and gentlemen, so, I'm gonna go ahead and get your plates ready, because it's time to cut this roasted pig up. So, first thing we come to fruition with all this is, one, Panda's not around at this time. She wasn't there in the picture yet.
Hey man, I gotta give him credit. At least his kitchen looked somewhat clean.
It's probably because Mommy was coming by to like clean the place up once a week. I feel like he can't maintain this one by himself. That would be giving him too much credit.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's the first thing. Second thing is, this dude right here has the nerve. He's telling us I used to, game for 12 hours a day, 13 hours a day. Yeah. That kind of makes sense if you look at his video uploads around that time. Also, that drinking, that slight drinking problem that he has now, it's probably not slight.
Drinking to keep himself up at night?
Yeah, he's sitting there drinking himself to keep playing video games all night. No surprise at all, to be honest. And that probably explains really why he was eating the way he was eating back then. Because he was always drunk. Actually, I remember when I first started watching Detractor content, and definitely when I was watching Tevin's early stuff, Phil sounded like he was somewhat wasted. Or he was starting to sober up. So, yeah, it's not surprising that this guy's been hitting the gin for 10 plus years, if not longer. Probably since his early 20s. And he hasn't given up the habit. It's just he doesn't game all night anymore.
Nope.
Now he's watching WWE, not wrestling. He's watching WWE and drinking himself up, because he's used to it.
Hey man, he gotta drown the noise of cat from the other room anyway, somehow.
I don't know what the parent company is that makes Tanqueray, but you should invest in it, Phil. You're a long time supporter of them. You might as well get some payback.
Might as well, bro.
You should get sponsored, Phil. Tanqueray in the green bottle for gout.
The more you drink, the more gouts you get.
Exactly. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, have you guys had a hard time in gaming? Have you had a long day of dealing with these trolls?
Well, step it up and order yourself a case or two or three
of Tanqueray. It's what I do. It's my detractor repellent.
Just look at me, my back full of gouts.
He's got that mutant. He has that mutant ability though. That's how he grew all those muscles around his spine. That's why he's good. After a long day of dealing with detractors, ladies and gentlemen, I come home. Oh well, I go downstairs.
Actually, he doesn't go out at all. So.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I correct myself. I go downstairs and I pour myself a nice tall glass of Tanqueray with just a splash of Sprite. It helps me sleep. It helps me settle down. It helps me get into wrestling mode. And the after effects is like cry over the one man that I love because he won't talk to me.
Wow.
Sorry, Phil, but John's still out there. He's just waiting for your phone call. Just be man enough to call him.
No, never.
Yeah, no, never. He will eventually. I think Phil will break down. Through this retrospective, when they went into the John segment, if you saw his face, he's almost to the point where he's ready to give up his petty bullshit
and cry
and finally call him. Because he might as well. What does he have to lose at this point?
Exactly. Piggy tears.
Piggy tears. Is it better than soy sauce?
It have more sodium than soy sauce.
So we have the red cap, which is regular soy sauce. Then the green cap is low sodium, right?
I think so. I usually only get the yellow cap one.
What's the yellow
That's
cap?
my favorite one. It's like all natural soy.
Oh, that's the fancy shit.
Hey, look, bro.
All right, let's continue.
I like my soy sauce, alright? Leave me alone.
No problem.
Of express mode, bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches.
Which includes
Oh my
6
god, I don't even remember that.
pieces
Oh my
of
god.
white bread.
6 pieces.
Bacon, obviously.
I love the red meat. Alright. Hopefully I don't have a heart attack.
This is hard-worked smoked bacon. Eggs. These
Now,
are
ladies and gentlemen, a small disclaimer, because I feel here at GTG Network Productions that we are responsible for your well-being and somewhat entertainment, if you could ever consider any of this entertaining. Ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are bacon lovers, you are going to be sadly...
I really hope he doesn't fuck up the bacon, alright? Because I haven't had bacon or slice of bacon in a while. In a long time.
Oh, my dear friend, you have no idea what you're about to walk into. For those who are bacon lovers out there, as Tupac once said, you're going to see some stuff that's going to make it hard to smile at times. Just saying. Here we go.
jumbo-sized white eggs. 2 frying pans. I have them both on the stove right
Oh
now
my God.
at just above medium strength temperature. Obviously, you must put on your fan on the top of your stove whenever you're frying anything. Don't turn that off because I learned the hard way. As soon as I moved in here, all the alarms went off, all the fire alarms, and it wasn't too pretty.
But just think about this. 3 sandwiches. 3 for breakfast, okay?
Tons of bacon and cannibalism.
I'm probably gonna cook 3 or more eggs, cheese, like, oh my god. Like, this is probably, like, just these 3 sandwiches are gonna end up being, like, 1,500 calories or more. Probably, like, 3 times as much fat as I'm supposed to be eating in a day. This is how I used to eat back then.
So, what am I going to do?
So is that what Panda did to you, Phil? She made you count calories? Were you going to Jenny Craig, Phil? You can tell me.
Oh, she made him count calories.
He's counting calories. I don't know if she made him do it.
Sound like someone we know.
Yeah, actually, I do. But like, is that what you were doing, Phil? We're counting calories now, my dude. I understand that you have gout and you can't eat red meat. You can't have like your seafood
is
and
that
shit.
for real? You can't eat red meat?
Yeah, you can't eat red meat. You can't do that. You can't have like shellfish. He can't have certain types of seafood because that'll mess with his acid levels. There's a lot of shit. Like he can't have a nice juicy steak. He can't do it. Not without having a flare up.
I guess what you gotta do, whatever you do to keep the gout around.
Well, that's what the cherry juice is for. That's supposed to keep his levels balanced. But we're counting calories, my dude. That's what we've resorted ourselves to. You can't just, for someone who's at home all day, who can't just go outside and go walk.
No.
Just go walk. You want to count calories.
He can climb the stairs.
And then look at all and then just going back over some of the DSP tries that you've done. You've had single burgers that beats most of that shit that's on that plate
Yeah.
now. Let's be honest. Let's continue.
Yeah. One jumbo egg, a couple slices of bacon per sandwich, obviously 2 pieces of bread, duh, and you know, American cheese, which I've also prepared. First thing you want to do is butter your pans or spray. So I don't eat that shit anymore. You saw it was the cheese in the wrap. That's not even real cheese. That's called those are cheese singles. They don't call them American. It's basically it's like they call them American singles. The reason they do.
I'm sorry, I gotta be an asshole about this. How old is your fan base that you gotta explain cheese, my ninja?
Hey man.
You gotta explain cheese, processed cheese.
If they keep donating to him, why does it matter?
And here's the thing: how are you such a broke bitch? You know.
Wow.
And I direct this only towards you, Phil. That you couldn't afford cheddar, like real cheddar. American? I mean, there's nothing wrong with American. That's why I'm only shitting on Phil and nobody else. If you like American cheese, I'm not hating on you. But why? But Phil, you're supposed to be that successful gamer.
You know, if it was with me, I would take the cheese out altogether.
Yeah, Asian GTG doesn't like cheese. I don't know how our friendship works, but he doesn't like cheese. Anyway.
Hey, it's okay.
No, it's not okay. I just try to pretend that it does. I die a little bit inside.
I mean, I don't hate cheese. I'll eat it if I have to.
Begrudgingly. You'll begrudgingly eat it.
Hey,
Anyway.
it's okay.
But you're explaining cheese, my dude. We're explaining American cheese. That's what we come down to.
Gotta explain to his, young fan base.
Phil, let me help you out. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give you that recommendation at the end of this. Because I know what you should do now. And you would be mildly okay with it. I don't want to call it successful. Because that's giving way too much. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
I guess for those kind of sandwiches, I guess you just gotta use cheddar, man.
He should have used cheddar, to be honest, instead of American.
Cheddars.
Cheese. It's actually made mostly of oil. It's not real cheese. They're legally not allowed to call that cheese. Even though it tastes like cheese, it's disgusting. It's very unhealthy for you. I stopped eating that years ago.
I know you're lying.
But, oh my god, this is so gross already.
I don't have time to melt fucking butter. I'm in a hurry. I'm a gamer.
Yeah, I'm a gamer!
So I spray my pans with this Pam. I use
Dude,
the
you
natural,
sprayed
the
enough?
organic canola oil. You can use the other stuff. Doesn't really matter. But
Look how much I
alright,
sprayed.
spray that shit. Get the cap back on. Get that shit
Oh
out
my
of the
god.
The grease man. The man of grease, covered in grease.
First thing you want to do when you're multitasking, as your pans are heating up, alright, cool. The toaster's plugged
Dude,
in. Let's get these bread toasting.
Those pans are swimming in Pam right now.
Blah, blah.
Swimming in it.
Get that to toast.
I'm gonna lower the volume a little bit. There we go.
Alright.
Gotta have its own grease anyway.
Yeah, basically. Like, first thing is, Phil, to be honest, you could have just scraped the gout grease off your back, and you'd have been good with that.
Yeah.
Second, it's 1-2 sprays, my dude. Period. 3.
You don't need to hold down the.
No, that didn't need to
the
happen.
bottom.
3, dude, the bacon's gonna produce grease.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't even.
You're gonna have a lot of fucking grease by the end of this.
Oh, you'll find out. You haven't seen this yet.
Oh god. Please don't ruin the bacon.
Oh.
Please, not the good bacon.
Nah, that bacon was cheap too. I think that bacon was kind of cheap. Look how fatty it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's pretty fatty bacon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't condone that over
That's
here.
not enough crisp ratio.
Nope. That's why you can't make candy. Well, you can make candy bacon with that if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it if you don't have to. If you're gonna do it in the oven. Here we go.
Ugh.
You gotta wait for it to, you don't want to throw stuff on a cold pan. You want to wait for it to be at least warm, lukewarm. I'm warming it up right now. This is starting to feel pretty good, but honestly, the other day I fried some bacon. I threw it on there too early, and it took a long-ass time to cook. Oh yeah, when you're frying bacon, the key, put it on a plate, double coat it with paper towels. As soon as you slam the bacon down on there, when it's done, it's going to have a shitload of grease on it. You want it to absorb the grease. You don't want that grease to be all over the fucking place. The tool's the trade.
All over the fucking place.
You need these guys, tongs, to be flipping your bacon. You need to be grab it from the end and flip it over when it's ready. Obviously, you need a spatula to be able to flip your eggs. Duh. Don't be an asshole. Don't try to flip your eggs with thinking it's a spatula. Like a spoon.
If he knew how to use chopsticks, I think Panda knows how to use chopsticks, but that's.
Yeah, I bet she does.
I bet she does. Yeah, but he don't. Secondly, is why are you using a metal spatula?
Yeah, scrape the shit out of that pan.
Which is the same thing that SOK said to him, and he got butthurt about it. But
actually, no, I kind of know when people use a metal thing on their pan.
On non-stick?
Yeah.
Well, at least, they're not scraping up the actual surface area. Phil's an idiot.
I guess whatever he scrape off from the pan, give his gout more power,
more strength.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like Gout spirit bomb.
I guess, man.
It's spirit gout.
Spirit gout.
I've seen people try it with a fork. It doesn't work. You look stupid. All right. Okay, so great advice. We're gonna put the bacon down. Wow. Obviously, depending on what kind of bacon you have, different cooking times apply. This looks like a particularly fatty batch of bacon, which I'm kind of pissed off about because I didn't know that. Oh my god, the bacon's not even coming apart.
Okay.
What do you mean you don't know about it? Did you just pick it up blindly, or did you just not look at it at all?
He must have looked at it, which is amusing, and yet just another example of pure stupidity. Anyway, let's continue. He should have really just baked it.
I really want to know what kind of bacon that is.
It shows the front label. I'll make sure to pause when we get there.
That is really fatty bacon. Holy shit.
Yeah, I bought terrible bacon. Look how bad that bacon is.
Actually, because I
Dude.
just had a batch of center cut bacon.
Oh, it's like 100% fat.
No fat on it whatsoever.
Oh, look at that
And,
bacon.
this is the
Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my god. Ah. Oh. No, that's disgusting. That is really nasty.
complete opposite. This is super fatty bacon right
Dude,
now.
that is disgusting.
Ugh.
Oh.
I'm making 3
Sandwiches, which means I probably want 2 to 3 pieces of bacon per sandwich. Being that this bacon is gigantic, I'll probably only try to do 2 pieces of bacon per sandwich.
Oh
so
my
6.
god.
That's the biggest pan I have, which is why I'm putting the bacon in it.
That looks so nasty.
long bacon.
It's so
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me cut in for a minute, because as you guys know, your boy GTG is a bacon connoisseur. This motherfucker. First off,
Yo, that's like barely any meat on
there's
there.
barely meat at all. It's
It's just
purely
fat.
fat, dude. Because like,
Oh, like Phil.
yeah, pretty much. Because he doesn't know what he's looking for. Secondly, right? Because like I said, this is like the first episode, so when you see him cook bacon later on, I think he goes for like the microwavable shit. Like, yeah, I know
That's gross.
It's very gross, but he goes for that. But wait a second, that takes him back to his fast food roots, though.
I would rather eat turkey bacon than microwave bacon.
Turkey bacon is delicious, dude.
Yeah.
I don't need your sympathy confirmation to go with that shit. Turkey bacon's good.
Yeah.
I don't eat it as often as I should, but turkey bacon's godlike. You tripping, dog.
Just click the video.
All right, wow. I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because you told me to.
fat. Oh.
Now I'm really pissed because 2 pieces of bacon just stuck together, and that's like the death wish.
Oh.
You can never get 2 pieces of bacon to separate with one fucking hand. Come on, you son of a bitch.
I'm trying to record with one hand and separate 2 pieces of incredibly fatty bacon. Oh my god.
Oh wait, I almost got it. I got it. Good shit.
You're right, there's no meat, it's pure fat. That bacon is pure fucking fat.
So it's gonna be cooked bacon. It's just not gonna be pretty bacon because of what's going on. The bacon
Oh.
is sticking together. There's one here. Blah. They put it into
This
the
is nasty.
pan so that obviously the bacon just barely touches on.
So I still own that frying pan right there and that spatula. I don't have the other pan, the one that has the divider, and I don't know why I don't, because you would have thought I would have brought that with me when I moved, but apparently I didn't for some reason, but I still own that frying pan right
The
there.
edges.
Damn, that thing's old. I didn't know it was that old.
So I don't burn my fucking hands off.
Now, as I was saying earlier, as a bacon connoisseur, it's very obvious this is his first time really cooking bacon. I don't think he's really cooked bacon.
He got his own mommy to cook bacon for him.
Exactly.
Every morning.
Because he looks very inexperienced. Because remember when he said earlier, just a second ago, about how big these strips are?
Yeah.
If any of you have cooked bacon, especially bacon with a lot, I don't know, this is probably the most fat I've ever seen on bacon.
It's a lot of.
That's a lot of fat.
It's like 90% fat.
This is going to shrivel up fast.
Yeah.
So, and we see the end product later. So it's obviously he didn't really know what he was doing.
Oh no, I don't want to see the end product now.
You'll see. Let's continue.
I'm hungry.
Not that hungry.
Room now for one more piece.
That bacon is nasty, man. I would not eat that shit today. No way.
I'm salivating at the goddamn mouth.
So our raw bacon, we'll get the fuck out of the way. How do you store raw bacon? You put it in a freezer bag and you put it back in your goddamn freezer. Don't try to refrigerate.
That's the bacon there. I don't recognize the brand, though.
No.
Now, if you guys think about it...
I mean, even if you cover up that part, you still see this fucking... Alright. I'm getting too mad about this.
And why didn't he put it in the bag immediately and put it back in the refrigerator? Because we don't know how long he laid all this out before he started the video. The fuck are you doing? Ugh. I can see why SOK jumped on you like this.
Damn, bro. Like I said, like even you don't look at it, even you got like that part covered, like the label cover, you can still see like it's mostly fat.
It's all on the side. The side tells it all.
Yeah.
And he couldn't tell. Amazing.
Because it will go bad unless you're gonna cook it the next day. First batch of bread is good. So now I'm gonna wash my hands, right? Up in the next batch. Because I touched.
Wait, did you just put your bacon tongs into your sink?
In the sinkhole.
And one of the dirtiest parts of the sink?
I hope he washed it afterwards.
He's doing all this with one hand. You know, I'm gonna ruin it for you. Let's continue. The fuck?
Whatever, make the gout stronger.
I didn't. Part is cracking.
I didn't wash my hands. In mid-2016, I accidentally streamed myself masturbating.
Cracking eggs, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put the camera down for a second. I touched raw bacon and didn't wash my hands afterwards. Alright. So now that it's a huge deal, it's not like salmonella, but you can obviously get things from not washing your hands after handling raw meat. And again, this was back in the day when I was like probably drunk or at least hungover. And doing this in the morning, I didn't even think to wash my hand after doing all that raw bacon handling. Oh, man. This, I can guarantee that I will make a huge mess with these eggs if I don't do this. By now, this pan is scorching hot. Yep, I fucked up already. Bam. Come on. 2 eggs in the pan. Third egg is going now. This is some riveting footage of my power socket. Crack an egg. You slam it once against something. I slam it once against my stove. And it works. It's very effective. You slam it.
That power socket right there represents the disgust that's going on in this newsroom at the moment.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Now, let me point out something to you guys, because this is important. So, didn't wash our hands when handling the bacon. Making the eggs, still hasn't washed his hands. He put the camera down so he could break these eggs up, but he still couldn't find a few seconds, 20 seconds, to wash his hands. Amazing.
What's up, Phil? You can't break egg with one hand?
Amazing. No, he can't actually. He really can't.
Once you slam it, wow. You do it gently, and you give it enough force that you know it's gonna fucking crack. Here are my eggs. 3 eggs in the pan. Jumbo eggs. Look at all the freaking egg whites. I love runny eggs. I do. I love runny eggs. Oh. Alright. Back in the day, I used to like runny eggs. I hate them now because they're messy as shit. I hate getting like runny eggs. Keep in mind, back then I didn't have a beard. Imagine trying to eat runny eggs, it gets in your fucking beard and shit. Ugh. I don't eat runny eggs anymore. I always eat well-cooked eggs. But back then...
I mean, what kind of egg are you making where it's runny as shit?
Well, he likes his eggs runny, and I get that, but like
Sunny side up or what?
Well, here's my thing. I've had runny eggs before. I don't prefer it, and when I've had it once, but like, can you not bring your fork from the plate to your mouth without it spilling all over? Like, it's not that runny.
I mean, runny, it's not that bad.
It's not. So what the hell are you talking about, Phil? He can't.
Hey, man,
he can't even do
the piggy eat from the trough.
I get it,
sloppy.
But he can't.
He gotta dip his whole snout in there.
But he can't make
the whole snout.
But he can't make the food that goes in the trough, and he can't even eat it properly.
No, that's why it's slob.
I fail at life, man.
That's why it's slob.
How the fuck do you fail at breakfast, my dude? This is breakfast. I hate to see him do brunch.
Eggs were. I loved it. So, oh my god. I don't know if I can get through. We're only 6 minutes into this video. This video is 18 minutes long. I don't think I can make it. I'm already like grossed out watching this shit.
Fuck you. You're a liar. By the way, I just cracked eggs, and I didn't wash my hands after I cracked them either. Oh my god. I didn't wash my hands at all.
Well, I don't want them amalgamating into one big egg. There we go. Oh my god, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing? I destroyed it. This egg got out of hand. There we go. You want to put them about roughly the same size. Oh my god. What am I doing? You can tell I'm drunk. I'm like jabbing the egg. Toast is now going in.
I didn't wash my hands after.
What? Do you plug in the toaster? Cause that bread doesn't look toast to me.
Phil,
it looks like he just put it in and pull it out.
Phil, I understand that you.
Is that how you treat Panda? You just put it in and pull it out right away?
That explains a lot, actually. Phil, I understand that you don't like having a lot of color in your life. I get it. And I understand it's white bread. I get it. But
after Panda got her bread toasted, she don't want none of the white bread anymore.
Guess not. He doesn't. There's no brown on that at all.
No, it look like he just put it in and pull it out right away. You know, that what the goddamn toaster doesn't even plug in. I don't know. But those eggs. What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, the failure at breakfast. When Gout comes to breakfast. When Snort meets breakfast.
I hope we have some orange juice with that.
The eggs that I'm putting toasted. Right? Some disgusting individual who constantly is doing terrible things, right?
A really shitty toaster, by the way, so... If your toaster actually works, you probably won't have these problems.
Oh, I remember this toaster. It's a piece of shit. It had 100 settings, but the toaster wouldn't fucking work. Look.
Does not want to work.
What a piece of garbage.
Jesus.
I can't.
Yo!
I can't do this.
The toaster is a confirmed detractor, my man.
I can't do this.
That shit is godlike.
I can't do this.
The toaster was like, fuck off.
Fuck you, Phil.
You know what the toaster was trying to do? The toaster was playing Save the Pig. He was trying to save him. He's like, don't eat me. Do yourself a favor and don't eat me. The gout is coming. It's getting dark.
Oh my god.
That's so sad.
What the fuck is this?
Oh, let's continue.
I guess that explains why the bread doesn't look fucking
toasted. Exactly.
I think it was Sunbeam or something stupid.
Literally my third fucking sandwich. Oh, there we go. I finally got to stay down. Holy shit. Bacon is looking horrible.
Yeah. Oh. Dude, look at the bacon. It's disgusting in my opinion. Like, I'm actually disgusted. Oh.
Never in my life have I seen bacon that bad.
Oh.
Why?
Oh.
Why did you do this? Why did you do this? That just shriveled up fat.
But look how much grease is already swimming in. It's literally swimming in grease.
Bro, that just shriveled up fat.
It did.
All the meat, it's already gone.
Yo, this bottom piece right here kind of reminds me of like the end of like the baby alien when it comes out of the chest. Yeah. It looks like that. Oh, I'm sorry.
To be honest, it looked kind of like a bunch of placenta. And trust me, I know what that shit looks like.
Ugh. And here's what's even more gross. This is the same spatula that's sitting in the middle of his goddamn sink.
Please tell me he washed that.
No. Damn, he couldn't even bother washing his hands. You think he'll wash the spatula?
I hope this is not after he jerked off on stream.
This is way before. Way before. Okay. Yeah, let's continue.
It looks like intestines. Ugh. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Let me fucking unleash the beast. That's it, I'm going beast mode. Ah! You feed me more. Feed me.
You know, this is kind of like retarded Ultra Instinct.
He have not used even 1% of his power.
That's kind of what this is. This is like reverse Ultra Instinct. You know, this is like a bad fusion. This is what this is.
I kind of want to like have someone or like find a video of someone like play the Ultra Instinct theme, but like really badly flute version.
I'm sure we can find that. It's YouTube. I'm sure someone can find it. Jeez, let's continue.
That bacon, man. That disappointment.
Ugh.
See more. Feed me. I'm gonna eat that too. Oh no. It's all good. Yes.
This bacon's almost ready to flip, but we'll leave it sit there for a second.
No, man.
We are gonna flip soon. They're almost ready to flip. See, they're solid now. See, this is how you know when to flip your eggs. When they're solid, the yolk is still bright yellow, but they look like there's no more liquid on the top. That's when
no.
So I'm gonna flip these now.
The eggs will look okay at least.
Oops.
Oh my god!
Very sloppy flip. Oops.
Wow. Man, I'm stupid.
Oh my god!
I broke the yolk on that one. That was a massive failure.
Wow.
The problem is I'm trying to do it with one fucking hand.
Poorly cooking with the king is right.
There we go. That was a clean flip. That's how you
Poorly cooking with the king is right. Oh my god.
You gotta put it on right away. As soon as you flip an egg,
Those bread doesn't look toasted at all.
Well, keep in mind he's only toasted. Oh yeah, you're right. He's working on the second one now.
Yeah.
I told you he was gonna mess those eggs up. I told you.
At least the third one was okay.
I suppose.
At least.
So I guess that means after Kat,
So-
the third girlfriend will probably work out, right? The third soulmate will make it. Has Phil had 3 MCNs? He's had. Yeah, he had theoretically. Well, for Tabi or whatever, it was a fake. So theoretically, I guess.
I don't know, bro. I just hope he doesn't put those grease fucking rin fat that he called bacon on the toast.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh my god! I told you
that.
he fucks.
Don't eat that.
He screws almost every aspect of this thing up.
Don't eat that.
He'll eat it.
So I'm getting the cheese ready here. It's stuck to my fucking hand, so that doesn't help. So here we go. I'm gonna put cheese on the eggs again. Didn't wash my hands. Last Rainbow Distributor said, "Someone say that they do not care as long as the food tastes good. What say you?" You know, again, 10 years ago when I made this video was a different time. I was a much younger guy, a lot stupider. Today, I'm very more health conscious with the shit that I eat. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better.
Oh my god. Alright.
But just because you're more health conscious doesn't mean you're a better cook.
That just means you're still a bad cooking.
Very bad.
But at least just do.
But see, that's why he needed.
Healthy?
But see, that's why he needed the girlfriend. And if you think about it, because Tevin's pointed this out before, basically that's what Panda did. She basically tried to regulate his ass and get his ass back in shape. Kat's doing the same thing because she won't let him do DSP trizets, which is
Hey, bro.
it is what it is on that.
Cat and Panda, they go to gym.
Yeah, they both definitely have had better men, for sure. But it's funny how, and it's kind of sad because you look at him now. He's super pale. He's scrawny as shit, and he's pale on his own accord. He could just go outside and just get some sun. He's pale. He's pale. He's super scrawny. He's like fat scrawny. I don't know how you do that.
Or crack a window. Shit, I don't know.
Something. But he needed someone to do this for him. He couldn't lose the weight on his own. He needed somebody else to. So if you think about it, because Tevin's pointed this out,
Is that part of the contract?
it might be because he hadn't moved Panda all the way across country because he was supposed to get his back surgery, and she was supposed to take care of him. Back surgery never happened. He gets his little living made. He hadn't moved Kat from Michigan to Seattle, and she's basically just picking up where Panda left off. So there you go. That's a bit darker of a way of putting it, but there you go.
So now you're gonna eat fucking white bread, not toasted, and egg and cheese that's covered in dirty dish water, and a bunch of fats.
Basically, it's only gonna get worse, my dude.
Let's continue.
Cheese right on top. Sorry about the lens cap, who cares?
Nintendo Power. I mean, Nintendo Power magazine. That doesn't exist.
Stuck. There's the cheese right there.
Why the hell did I have a
Bread is
Nintendo
now
Power
done.
magazine?
I'm doing all this with one hand. So if I can cook these with one hand, you can fucking do it like a human with 2 hands. I'm ripping the cheese with one hand.
I'm ripping the cheese. By the way, look how gross the cheese looks. It's not real American cheese. It's all oils. That's
Basically,
fake
bake 3
shit.
eggs over easy.
Oh.
All with the cheese. Bacon,
Aw.
bacon cooking. Bacon's actually used to be flipped right the fuck now. This one is all fucked up right now because I didn't flip it. That's gonna be burnt.
That's going too far. It's really disgusting, toxic content that should be moderated.
Oh my god!
Handed gamer cooking. This is what happens. Oh, that bacon's fucking destroyed.
I'm compelled to go after this and get actual bacon. Looking at that just disappoint me.
It's hideous.
I didn't agree to this. I didn't come here to be disappointed like this. I didn't come here to have bacon ruined for me.
Might be. I don't know, man. Might have to give it up for a couple months, man. But that was ugly. It's
I have to wipe this from my mind.
You might have to.
Oh, look at the grease! Oh!
Fatty this bacon is. It's in
Oh.
fucking fat, which is just
Oh!
Oh, look at the fat that was at the
Bro,
biggest piece.
The meat, all these shrivel away.
It did.
All you got left is just fat.
Cumulative fat. Oh my god. Cumulative.
Please don't eat that, Phil. For your own sake.
Actually, funny enough, I don't think he eats any of he did eat I should say any of his poorly cooking with the king on camera. So I had always speculated that maybe he threw some of that away, but who knows?
And then just throw it away.
Might as well. He was rolling in the big bucks.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he talked about how much money he made off these videos too. So look out for that.
You want to buy better bacon than this? I had no idea this bacon was this bad. Like I said,
Come on, man.
I thought was center cut. I thought this was not this fucking bad. Ugh. All right.
Oh.
Gonna get a toast ready.
Oh. I'm not feeling too good right now.
We're gonna have to start migrating the eggs over to the plate, which obviously is not.
Looking at those bread, it's like looking at a white girl walking out of Starbucks, and you find out her name's Becky.
Charlemagne? That is not toasted, dude, at all.
Did he pull out the second set of bread?
He did. The third set's cooking now.
Okay, he gotta get better toasted.
That
shit doesn't work.
It's not toasted, dude.
I see no brown on there
at all.
I guess you gotta. He tried to keep his bread like his woman away from the brown.
Apparently, Lord knows it needs to be cooked all the way through. That's so depressing. That's so fucking depressing. You can't even make toast right.
I like my white bread, but at least a little bit toasted. That's like crisp.
There's nothing there.
It's just floppy white bread.
Oh,
that's sad.
I told you he was gonna mess this all up. You fucked up eggs. You fucked up cheese. You fucked up toast. You fucked up bacon.
I don't even want to know how. I don't even want to see him try and make French toast.
French toast. Oh, you're funny. No. That requires some competence, and he doesn't have that.
At this point, just go to IHOP, Phil. Just go to IHOP.
I don't even think they have IHOPs around his. Oh, they do. They do.
There's IHOP everywhere.
Maybe. Yeah. You're right.
Big enough to hold 3 sandwiches, so I should have put 2 fucking plates down, but I'm not that smart.
Oh man.
All right.
What am I doing?
Hey, number 1.
Did you see that? I carried the egg across the kitchen and dripped shit all over the floor.
2.
Oh. I'm a mature adult. I'm an actual intelligent human. A mature adult.
Mass Effect just finished. The Mass Effect DLC. Bam.
Oh.
Those are still running. Egg number 3, they're probably not, which is gonna piss me off.
Why am I doing this? Why couldn't I bring the plate to it?
That quickly. We're gonna get the bacon the fuck out of the way here. Let's see. Look at this burn-ass fucking bacon. Before you ever take bacon off the plate, you have to shake it. You have to get the excess grease off of it. You slap it down on the plate, you slam it around a bit. You do the same thing on a paper towel, you slam it around a little bit.
That looks disgusting.
I'm salivating at the goddamn mouth.
Bam. Well, I sound like fucking Emerald. I'm an asshole. That's right, you talk with an accent and you say sound effects, and that's how you sell fucking cooking equipment. Alright. This piece barely cooked because it must have been on the edge of the pan, so that's gonna go right there in the middle.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm actually gonna migrate these over here.
Liz Perk Shooty said, I was much younger, but when you were like 27 to 28, I was, but it was 10 years ago. But you gotta realize, what you gotta realize is, my life has been a weird life. Like, I lived with my parents until college. Then at college, I moved out for like a semester. Then I moved back in with my parents, who cooked with me for a long time, cooked for me for a long time. Then I had an apartment for like a year. That basically I didn't really cook. My roommates kind of cooked a lot. Then I moved back with my parents again, and then finally I bought this condo and moved into this condo, and this is when I really started cooking for the first time. So I didn't know shit. Like this video series was literally just to put content on a vlogging channel. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. This was who the fuck would watch this video and think that this is a good idea? This is what
look, Phil. I'm in college right now. I live with my parents because it's cheaper that way. But at least I pay for my own shit and I cook my own shit. You can't do that at least, you know. Cooking bacon isn't hard. Finding good bacon isn't hard. You just gotta look. Alright? It doesn't need to look like a bunch of shriveled up foreskin.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Oh.
Making me mad. Look at this.
Oh. Phil. Thank you, Phil, for showing and telling how helpless you are. So you lived at home, went to college for a semester,
and then moved back.
Moved back home, had roommates for a year, had them cook for you.
Yo, that's...
Had roommates for a year, had them cook for you, then went back home, then moved out on your own.
And then you still never learn how to cook.
And still never learned how to cook. And now it's 10 years later, and you still don't know how to cook. The only thing he knows how to make is that Kool-Aid sauce that he calls pasta sauce. His mother's Italian sauce. The last 10 years have not been good to you, my dude.
What have you been doing for the past 10 years?
It's not even that. For all of you who've been around this channel for a little while, I told you that when he left his house, he left grossly unprepared. And he's proved it. He's proving it right now. You couldn't do laundry. Panda did it. And you only learned how to do laundry when Panda left. So imagine that. You can't cook a lick except for turkey burgers, maybe a fajita. You even fucked up ramen.
Look, you fucked up. You fucked up toast.
You fucked up eggs.
You fucked up toast. You fucked up egg. You fucked up fucking cooking bacon.
You fucked up bacon. Bacon is sacred, and you've messed up bacon, my dude. Bacon. The building blocks of gout, and you fucked that up. Well, if you eat too much of it, or if you eat really fatty bacon.
I say, bro, you can't even make toast, so.
Let's continue.
I'm not surprised anymore.
Let's put this baby to bed. It's almost done. Jesus Christ.
You do it. This is so bad, man.
They live in this isolated world of the online where they don't ever have to grow up. They're never held responsible for their actions. Therefore, they never have to mature. They can literally be babies their entire lives. And they call me the man-child. A NEET is someone who's like a no-life. Not in education, employment, or training is what NEET stands for. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes, Phil, you are a NEET.
You are the textbook definition of it.
And you are a man-child.
Very much
you know
so.
that.
Very much so.
I hope you know that.
Oh my God, Phil.
Don't look surprised.
Oh my God, Phil.
Don't look surprised.
And the thing is, in his piggy little brain, it's starting to process. He's like, am I one of those? Is that me?
Is that why they sent it to me?
Because at least Kat can cook. Not well, but she can cook. Not well, but at least she can cook.
Yeah.
You can't even say that, Phil.
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Whatever that is.
This is so bad. But I mean, in 10 years, a lot changes. In 10 years, you learn a ton. I would never make stuff like this anymore. Right now,
False. Wrong. Incorrect. Negative. No. Nay.
For any of you guys who are DSP fans, or just any of you guys who want to troll, tell him he needs to have a redemption run of this poorly cooking with the king.
I'm just drained at this point.
I know. It's kind of hard to build a tolerance to the gout, but for real though, if 10 years has been good to him and he's learned a lot, I demand a redemption run of poorly cooking with the king episode 1.
Redemption. I think he's just gonna fuck it up even worse.
Maybe he'll prove us wrong.
And you know what? At least this time we'll get. If Kat's in there, at least I hope we get to see her face reacting to it.
Nah, she's just gonna hide behind the camera like she should. That's what I demand. So, redemption run for poorly cooking with the king episode 1. Make it happen.
Hey, absolutely not. Fuck that, Phil. You are a dirty, rotten liar.
Turned it off. Ugh. You can leave that pan on the stove, but don't leave fucking pans on cooking. Trust me. I've walked up 2 hours later to see, oh shit, my stove is still on. I'm an asshole. I could have burnt the fucking place down. The 500K cheer said I'm getting fat just by watching this. I don't blame you. The bacon, as you can see, is going apeshit right now. That's because one side was cooked, the other side was cold, because I hadn't had it in an area where it could cook, and also there's a shitload of grease in this pan. Dude, there's so much grease in that pan. This bacon looks cooked now. Oh. It's pretty nasty looking. It's not exactly the prettiest bacon on the planet, but it'll do. Alright, so we're gonna take this guy out. He's done. Yuck. He's a little bit more. And I'm gonna eat that. Soft than the other one. I'm gonna eat that. If you weren't cooking with one hand, this bacon would look beautiful. It'd be nice thin strips. I separated it with one hand and it gave me problems, so it looks horrible. Alright. Now. Here's the thing. Your food's done. Your food's I know what this is. Right? These are the tips no one's gonna tell you. That's right. No one's gonna tell you this. Your food's cooked, you turn everything off. Bacon grease. What the fuck do you do with it?
Well, first things first, you might want to put that bacon back in because it's not done yet. It's really not. But this is the...
I don't think you can call that bacon anymore, to be honest.
Nah. But it gets worse, though. The horror show isn't done yet.
Oh, no.
Drinking options. You can put it in a jar. You can put it into another container. Whatever you do, if you're going to put it in a jar, it has to be put into a glass jar. Do not put it into plastic or styrofoam. I've seen idiots put this into plastic and styrofoam, and it fucking melts right through, and you look like a moron. If you put it in a glass jar, you can store it for a while.
Wait, who puts hot grease in plastic or styrofoam? Who does that?
I don't know who we saw it from.
John, I know John didn't do that. So, Phil, you had to have been lying. You had to have been lying.
Yeah, that one, his roommate does that.
Or yeah, maybe one of his roommates did it, but there's no way that John or Howard would have even dreamed of doing that shit. Let's continue.
At least let the grease cool down a bit.
Exactly!
And use it for other things. The most common thing that people do, I'm going to be honest with you, they either pour it down their kitchen sink, which is a bad move because the kitchen sink clogs all the time, or the other thing that I see people do, which I'm going to do because unfortunately there's nothing else I could do with this. Yes. This is going to go down the pooper. So, yeah.
Oh my god, my old...
Okay, now I want to stop it right here because the blue that we're about to see, when it turns that hideous color that you guys are about to turn into, it's a strong representation of Phil's life. That is what Phil's aura looks like. If any of you guys are hip hop fans, you know the song that Cameron made called Aura. I might actually try to link it in the description if I remember. I should actually just try to edit that in so it's playing. Okay. But it's... Oh! Okay.
So you don't want to fuck up your sink, but you go ahead and fuck up your toilet.
Yeah. We're going to fuck up the plumbing no matter what. You don't want to clog the sink in the kitchen.
You can tell, like, just, you know... If you don't have anything to put the grease right away, at least just, you know, let it cool down for a bit.
But see, Phil don't think in the long term.
And then figure it out afterward.
But Phil don't think in the long term. So you're going to fuck up the plumbing that's important. Theoretically, you washing dishes is important. But Phil, that's where you do the majority of your business. And you want to fuck that up. You want toxic toilet juice to come back up your ass.
You're going to have oh my God. You're going to have a bad time.
Oh my God. All right, let's see it. Let's watch it.
All right, hold on. Which is going to be disgusting, but what can...
Oh, just the things you do when you're an idiot. When you're single, you're stupid. What? And you do dumb shit. This is the thing I'm about to do right now is the dumbest of all, though. So here we go. You do.
Actually, he's lying. It's not. Let me give you guys a bit of context. So he's walking from his kitchen into his bathroom, and then he's going to be walking back into his kitchen. Save that thought for later because it's going to be important.
You know that you're not doing this, 10 times a day. It's not going to clog up.
And the grease is still hot. Keep that in mind too.
Safest thing to do is bake.
Yeah. Put it right in your toilet.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Where are we headed?
That is disgusting. Disturbing and disgusting.
Hot fucking potatoes.
It looks like diarrhea.
It looked like tar. Is that what will pop out from his gout?
Probably. That's probably the end result of gout.
That's
disgusting. Fucking ridiculous, my dude. Fucking ridiculous, my dude. And he thought this was a good idea. He's a fucking nut.
A lot of things that going on in his head that he thinks is a good idea.
That's true.
Oh yeah, look at that shit in my trash. Oh, that looks delightful, doesn't it? Now, the other thing. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like frying because when I fry...
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't...
don't wash your hands.
And he never washed... Well, first of all, he hadn't washed his hands this whole time. But then he touches his toilet and still don't wash his hands. But remember what I said about him walking into his bathroom and then walking out back to the kitchen? That'll all come into context in just a second.
Pan. Well, that's because you're an idiot. Whenever you're done with grease like this, you immediately put something in the pan to separate the grease from the pan. So... immediately get that pan cooled down. Immediately, I'm not going to say cool down, but I'm putting hot water in it, by the way. Do not ever put, like, super ice-cold water in a really super hot pan. Where I live, the climate is temperate, but if you live in, like, a cold or hot area, you might break the fucking pan. But anyway, Fill the pan with water. Get the
Did you try to cook when you were a kid, Phil, and you just fucked your parents' dishes up? That's what I'm feeling like this is. That's the first thing. Second thing, theoretically, would it be considered washing his hands if he has some of the residue from the soap bottle on his hands? Probably not.
I don't know.
Ugh,
At this point, I don't know.
It gets worse.
right away. It separates the grease from the pan, so later on when you go to clean the pan, it's a lot easier. I have a dishwasher, and unfortunately...
I hope your viewers isn't that dumb to where you need to explain that.
When are we going to separate the gout from the man?
Never.
And I use man loosely.
Clean these pans very well. From experience, I can tell you that. Now, the biggest problem with my eggs, I can tell you right now, is because I was cooking with one hand, I wasn't able to multitask, and the cheese has burned on the edges. Now, it's not the eggs, the cheese burned on the edges.
Now you can see the tint of the toast a little bit, but it's not very good.
No, I think that's just grease on there.
Is it?
Stain.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like that.
Yeah, that dark spot right here.
It looked like grease stain. I don't think that's toast.
Oh boy.
It made me mad. It made me hate the toast. It made me hate that bread.
It's not the bread's fault though, bruh. It's the toaster's fault.
It's not even the toaster. It's just feeling stupid.
Let's continue.
Actually fine. So to finish the plate, obviously, this is a hot pan as well. Later on, you can wash this normally. There's no grease in the egg pan usually, especially if you put something down on it. The bacon, as soon as I'm done making the sandwiches, I'm going to put that in this freezer bag, and I'm going to get it in.
Okay, so first of all, there's no grease in the egg pan, even though you sprayed Pam down, so there's obviously residue. That's the first thing. Bacon's still there. Still hasn't been put away yet. Eggs, I think, are still out too.
Oh.
So we fucking it up on all kinds of levels.
Freezer immediately.
It's been sitting out for 15 minutes. I'll get it into the freezer immediately.
For, cook's sake, we're going to put 2 pieces of bacon on each sandwich. The bacon is nice and crispy.
Oh yeah, nice and crispy, nice and
cook the bacon however you
torched.
like. Some people like crispy bacon, some people like rubbery bacon. I guess these days I do prefer crispy bacon. When I was a kid, I liked rubbery bacon, but what I find, a little piece fell off.
Devour.
What I find is the older I got...
Wait, no, hold on.
Cook things,
3 giant eggs, 6 pieces of the greasiest, fattiest bacon in history. Fake cheese. It's not even the real cheese, the unhealthy fake oil-based cheese. And 6 pieces of toast. This is my breakfast. Gee, I wonder why I was so fat back then. It's funny because we're going to watch more videos here. You're going to see my face is like this. Like, it's fat as fuck. Because I used to eat like this.
depending on what it is, sometimes it's tastier. Bacon can be tastier when it's rubbery, however. Being that...
My disgusting pig-like mouth.
Do you know how to keep your mouth closed during a meal?
Oh, my fucking bread just hit the floor. God.
Okay, so this is where things get important, okay? I think SOK might point this out to.
Yeah.
You get it? So you ain't sat there and walked into your filthy fucking bathroom to pour your grease out. You've been walking around your kitchen with them same dirty hooves, and now you ain't dropped toast on the fucking floor.
Just throw that fucking bread away, alright?
I wonder...
It's basically the same shit if you take it out of the package. It's still white bread. It's not toasted.
I wonder what Phil's gonna do with that piece of toast now. Now, on top of that, so now Phil...
You still haven't washed your hands.
Still haven't washed your hands. So you still have bacon residue, still have bits of grease, still have pieces of egg.
You got dookie now.
You know what I'm saying? You have residue from your sink, and you got dookie stains, obviously. And now, and then you ain't sat there and touched the toast. You ain't touched all the bacon, like you ain't done all that shit. Like that's gross.
Got a fond of the toast.
Like, dude, and then rubbery bacon.
I don't even want to call it toast. It's just white bread.
I don't like rubbery bacon. I'm sorry. I want it has to be crisp bacon.
Yeah.
Like
who in the fucking right mind want rubbery bacon?
Yeah, it's not cooked.
What kind of bacon's... Okay.
Let it go. We're almost done.
That's a cooking faux pas. You can't have bread on the goddamn floor.
I dropped my bread on the floor?
So I can pick the bread up. With bacon anyway. Raw bacon.
Just pick up the dirty bread.
Yeah, just pick up dirty bread. With the like I said, with the raw bacon, the raw egg, the stains from the bathroom.
Hey man, he gotta do what he gotta do to make sure the bread's full gout.
Residue of soap that's from the bottle. Dude, this is what gamers do, Phil? This was the gamer lifestyle.
That's insulting.
That is insulting. It's great. Goddamn, Phil.
Sometimes it does not taste that good. Depends on what kind of bacon you're eating.
Oh my god. And I use it.
It's hard That's actually pretty tasty. Damn, just that one little piece I grabbed. Once you get that bacon, you just want to flatten the sandwich.
Oh no.
And that's pretty much it.
Oh no.
Within 17 minutes, I made 3 bacon, egg, and cheese
Oh,
sandwiches. And pretty much
no.
cleaned up most of the mess. The only other thing, obviously, this is disgusting. You're gonna have excess grease and whatever on that plate.
Oh,
Your stove's gonna be a
no.
mess. But what can you do? I'm gonna throw that in the fridge right now, and then I'm pretty much set. I'm gonna devour these sandwiches and jump right into the Mass Effect 2 DLC. So, that was DSP's one-handed cooking, gamer food. This is gonna fuel me through the Mass Effect 2 DLC, and until I go pick up Spider-Man and start playing it, probably through that. So, you know, this is one of the 1.5 meals I'll actually eat today, which is why it's 5 billion calories. I'm sure everyone's gonna say, oh my god, bacon and cheese and eggs. Yeah, well, when you don't want to go out to eat and you don't have time to cook yourself 10 meals a day, this is what you deal with, so. Alright. This is it. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Super simple. Usually I do a little bit more than this, by the way.
What?
When I have 2 hands to work with this and I'm not worrying about the camera, I do put salt and pepper. Usually I don't use bread. Usually I put it on bagels and stuff like that. There's different things you can do, but I haven't had time to do that. Obviously, I'm turboing through this, but alright. So, my first video of this style, and send me your negative comments. Thanks.
And they did. So just to recap, the fattiest, grossest bacon I've ever seen in my entire life. The entire fucking frying pan was full of liquid grease. Okay? I handled it with my bare hand, didn't wash my hand, right? I then broke eggs, so broke raw egg on my hand, didn't wash my hands. Cooked all of that, put it together, my bread hit the floor, still put it together, and then I poured the grease down the toilet and touched the toilet. I still didn't wash my hands. And then I probably ate it.
Now, what do you mean by probably? That's the... I'm agreeing with Snort Burnell on that one, but you probably ate it?
And you... Okay, and just admit all this shit.
All this shit. Now, keep in mind, everything he pretty much said is literally what SOK said. Which is why I said earlier on in this broadcast that SOK is still living rent-free in his head. You should have addressed this years ago. Waiting till now to do it is kind of just... It's you being petty about it. Like... Even though we're trying to make a laugh out of all this and everything, this was a hard watch. Like, this was ugly.
It pained me to watch.
Like, this was a hard watch. And for you to sit there and laugh this thing up, it just kind of shows how much of a disgusting person you are. Like, you're not a fucking savage. Like, what the fuck is this?
He's begging.
And then, like I said, he says one hand. Theoretically, he cracked those eggs open with two hands.
And now that camera's it's covering egg yolks or what? Fucking egg,
Yeah, egg yolk.
Yeah.
And the thing is no one can sit there and say, oh, well, he didn't have a chance to wash his hands. He had plenty of opportunities to wash his hands.
Yeah, you put the goddamn camera down. It doesn't take that long to wash your hands. It's like 30 seconds.
He fucked up from start to finish. He messed up just so he could play the Mass Effect 2 DLC.
It's not even a good game. Mass Effect 1. That's.
Oh my god! All right, let's wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's wrap it up.
But so this is the weird shit I used to do. Like when I was, excuse me, when I was known as the guy who.
Do you know there's like a guy in our group right
Phil, I understand that you're trying to get the taste of gem out of your mouth. I get it. I really do. You water might help. Some Listerine, something. When Kat kind of leans in to give you a kiss, or when you lean into her, I should say, and she slightly tilts her head, it might mean that she has fluid residue.
I don't know, bro.
All right, let me stop. There's stuff still in her mouth, and she wasn't ready to.
I mean, you know, you gotta share it with him. You know,
sharing is caring.
I guess I know some bitch that's like that.
Let's continue.
now who's like streaming this whole thing. He's sort of like semi-famous.
Oh, yeah, I think that's Darksydephil. He was the guy that got caught for masturbating in front of children. Yeah, Darksydephil. He was caught masturbating. I think he's like 35 years old.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he was masturbating in front of children.
That's
on
right.
YouTube live stream. Hilarious. He's like he's a pervert or something. I think he's a
That's right, I'm a huge pervert, guys. That's all I do. I just masturbate constantly in front of children. You're absolutely right. That's what I'm known for.
You got exposed for doing that.
I got completely exposed. Absolutely.
Yeah, you did. You didn't even know the camera was on.
You know every inch of my dick and balls.
Right?
You know every inch of my dick and balls.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes.
Really? He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children. I think he's like 30. He's like in his 30s or something. He's in his 30s, and he did that in front of children.
That's right. Yes.
But I've seen so much. I'm a fan.
What?
I don't know what to say.
Of course, and I did it on purpose. That's why I'm still on Twitch and I'm still on YouTube and not banned, right?
Yeah, so you didn't get banned, you didn't get fired from any MCNs or anything, right?
No.
You didn't get fired from Machinima? No?
No, I didn't.
No? Oh, you didn't, you didn't get released? And what about Lavaria? Lavaria,
oh
what did
my
they do?
God.
They dropped you.
No, they
caught
didn't.
you when they found out that video. And I really feel bad for Leanna because she seriously has mentally problems. I feel bad for her.
Really
I feel bad for her because Leanna is innocent and you're the one.
Here we go.
Put out gaming videos right away and would cover, new games and DLCs right away. I was the guy to go to if you wanted to see that right away on YouTube. So here we go. The moment the Mass Effect DLC came out, I'm going to eat these sandwiches and then probably go right into it, play the Mass Effect DLC for like 5 hours till it's done. Then I would go to the store, pick up Spider-Man, like I said, pick up the Spider-Man game, and play that all day, record that, upload that. So in one day, there'd be like 50, 60 videos uploaded to my YouTube channel. Back then, at this point, it would have been, I think this was 2010, so at this point, it would have been Dspgaming that I uploaded this to. Actually, let me confirm. Yeah, this is September 2010. This is before I was actually laid off from my job, by the way. So yeah, this would have been during the time when,
Alright, so let's cut it for just a second. So, yet again, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reoccurring type situation here where he's so desperate to get the games out that he forgets human decency, ethics, hygiene, all of this just so he can get a game out. So
I'm surprised he got a girlfriend, to be honest.
Are we all? So his control.
Unless I'm what Panda's into.
I can tell you what Panda's into. She's a good girl when I want her to be. Anyway, it's funny how you carried all of those germs, all that residue, all that shit to your fucking controllers. So, sorry, John or Howard, you're hearing it first. That couch, it's absolutely disgusting. And then on top of that, you're sitting there saying that, oh, now I have to rush out to go and get Spider-Man. So you're probably going to grab a DSP Trizon on the way home from that. So we see how that's going to work. And you're still working at the time. So you're blowing your days off doing this. But I find it hard that you would have a day off in the middle of the week like this, given where he was working.
Didn't think he got laid off around this time?
Around this time, but he probably wasn't laid off yet. So there you go. And I'm still on an active investigation on that situation.
Hey man,
him getting laid off.
I hope he's proud. He sounds proud that he got laid off. So whatever.
This is sad. But this right here tells a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, I've always said that
those red kind of represent him. It's disappointment.
A lot of disappointment. The sandwiches are just disappointment. It's like the more you go through the layers of it, from the bacon to the cheese to the egg to the untoasted bread, it's just disappointment after disappointment after disappointment.
Yeah.
And then he has every excuse in the world to try to explain the shit away instead of just owning up to it. You ate it, and then you passed it later. You might as well own it. This is just sad. This is really, really just sad. It's sad to watch. It's not even as funny. Like, I remember watching this the first couple times, actually, on SOK, and I used to fucking bawl out laughing, thinking this shit was hilarious. But now that I'm looking at it a little while later, because it's been a while, I don't even know what to say.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, it is what it is. But all of this just to rush to get games out, and yet we completely discard human decency to do it.
It doesn't.
Yeah, let's close.
Game isn't that important, man.
It really wasn't. It wasn't worth it.
You can get it anytime.
Making any money doing gameplay videos at all. This was just me doing this as a hobby. So this is the kind of lifestyle I would live. I would stay up all night the night before drunk, not sleep, wake, in the morning, be hungover, make this terribly unhealthy food, wolf it down, play the DLC, go to the store, get Spider-Man, play that all day, then go out and eat fast food at night. This was my lifestyle in 2010. Oh my god, it's a miracle I'm still fucking alive. I mean, if anything, what you could say is that boys...
What I can say is you did still have your job at the time, because he wasn't making any money yet.
Yeah.
So he was still being paid by his job. So hence the reason why he eventually ended up getting fired. You ain't sitting up all night, drinking...
Playing came to work and not do shit.
Yeah, playing video games, and yeah, he's probably hung over at his desk. Oh.
So I see that that business degree's going great for you.
Yeah, it went great. Like I said,
not wasted at all.
Getting into that inner Pusha T, peeling the shit back layer by layer.
Money.
Piggy money.
Human body resilient? Yeah, so anyway, 126,000 views on that video.
Oh, ooh, I gotta eat it. Gotta eat it. Oh, that was delicious. Oh, man. Oh, it was good. Oh, it was delicious. Oh, that was so good, man. There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
How's the gout, Phil?
Oh, my God. Here's another one. How's the gout, Phil? Another idiot. This is great.
How's that gout?
How's that gout? Who was it? Hold on, now I have to freaking manually mute it.
How's that Seattle air, Phil? Yes, I want to play a game, yes.
Alright,
yes.
You will. Don't worry, you will. I just gotta find out who this idiot is now. Say it again. No, say it again. Say, how's that gout? Go ahead.
How's that Seattle air?
Come on, say it again. I mean, you're so dumb, I know you'll say it again. Say it. Say, how's that gout? Come on.
So with the gout, how's your daughter? With the gout.
He's still saying it. How's the gout? How's the gout? How's the gout? Oh, parent, how's the gout? Give me a cracker. Wow. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis.
Oh boy.
Close enough.
Close enough. Any closing thoughts on any of this, my friend? Piggy money.
Don't you dare show me anything like that ever again.
I'm sorry. Oh my god! I didn't remember it being this bad.
I feel insulted.
It's kind of insulting. That by far, I think, is one of the early examples of what ends up becoming him becoming what he ends up becoming now, or what he ended up becoming, I should say, what he became, if you will.
His pig transformation.
That was ugly. That was really, really fucking ugly. Like, he kept messing up. And in typical DSP fashion, he just keeps muscling his way through it.
Yep.
Like,
okay, fine, I get you doing it with one hand, but you could put down the cameras.
He could have, periodically.
And angle it so where you can catch the whole kitchen.
Nah.
And still work with two hands.
Nah.
And possibly wash them.
Hey man, he had to speed up to get to that Mass Effect 2 DLC, bro. It takes precedence.
And Spider-Man.
Yeah, he has to beat Mass Effect before he can pick up Spider-Man from GameStop.
Yeah, did he beat it? I don't
know. But that's it there.
Wow.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this was quite the thing. I gotta say the very least. We're still working out the technical issues on the original machine, but I'm hoping to get it squared away. Worst case scenario, I will have to re-record. I should Agent GTG will, as his tolerance builds up, he'll come back periodically. But other than that, you are stuck with your boy. We will work through this terrible bacon rehab together.
Rubbery bacon.
Rubbery, just disgusting undercooked bacon. We will work through this together.
I don't know if I can call it bacon. It's just fat.
So let's basically go to this. It was an ugly situation, but it was still mildly entertaining. At least we hope you thought it was. Anything else in closing, dude?
Please send Hope. He's been keeping me here in the office. I haven't had a chance. I haven't been fed.
Didn't we get takeout for it?
What are you talking about?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening in. Thank you yet again to my host, Asian GTG, for showing up. It's been a blast. And we'll see you guys for the next broadcast, or you'll see one of us for the next broadcast. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dspnews. Always late, never breaking. Unreliable coverage that you can't count on. Oh, yes. GTG Network Productions. I am your host / anchor GTG with my co-host, Asian GTG, and I'm signing off. Take care of yourselves. Check the description for some people who have put out some great content as of late, and or the annotations throughout the video, and hopefully you guys find something that you like. Piggy money in the broadcast. That was so bad. It was so bad.
I want some honey back now.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Just to make up for that.
Oh,
shitty bread. Fuck that bread.
Oh, that's so bad.
I told that boy extra crispy bacon. He did extra crispy bacon.